What's up, office?
What's good, Petey? How are you this morning?
What's up, man? Good. How you doing?
Doing good, brother. Hey, I'll have to get with you by the end of the week. Those things that that other one should be coming in for for Mark. So I'll have to get with you by hopefully by the end of the week. That other one will be here for that gift. So I guess
Oh,
we can
okay.
link up then. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
link up. What a
Thank
total
you.
screw up that was, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about it. At least
But it'll happen.
the least not the least, whatever you did counts, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. No worries.
1 second. Curtis, what's up? Good morning.
Morning, man. What's going on?
Uh, Doing good, bro. Just waiting for some changes to happen with the Jets. So, morning, June.
Good morning. Good morning.
I, I mean, I don't think it's a given that Mosley's gone, Curtis. So, you know,
Just need your help here moving.
you heard me, Kurt?
Yeah, I heard you start.
Yeah, it's all right.
No,
I
I'm
know
not talking
you're
about
working.
muzzle being on. Yeah, I'm just saying tampering. Legal tampering started at the combine. That's
Yeah,
when
I
deals
know.
were put on the table. So,
Well, technically they can, it's illegal, but you know what I mean? It is what it is.
yeah. So the first domino to drop is Pittsburgh. That's
I lost you.
what we're going to do. Um,
With
this chatter of
Fields, right?
Sam wanting to come back is getting louder, guys. This is kind of crazy. I don't see it
Where,
happening,
where,
but
where'd you hear that?
it could be. It could happen.
I don't see that though, do you? You see that?
It's a different regime.
I
It's
can't
totally a
for the
different
life of
regime.
me.
I can't, I
Can't
can't,
settle with
I
that.
can't, but there's been crazier things in life that happen. So
It's true. Hey, you know, Petey, CJ Mosley, he was the coolest dude when he was here in Baltimore, bro. He used to hang out where my buddy has a bar where it's kind of like a social area right outside the stadium. He used to be in there every day hanging out, man. But he was the coolest dude.
Yeah, he is a nice guy for sure. Good teammate too.
Bro,
Because
he
if
would
they get
talk to
rid,
all the people and every. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's all right. If they get rid of him though, they don't save any money. So I know he's getting older, but he doesn't stink. He still can read a defense. You know, I don't think
Well,
he'll
that's what.
play. I don't think he'll play every play though.
And you know, look, as you with a new regime, an older player, you know, that's where you really, like I was mentioning yesterday in another space, you know, teams don't always develop the quarterback. They more develop the offense to the quarterback. And I could see that with a guy like CJ Mosley, where it's like, buddy, use your experience, like you said, use those skills, help us develop the defense around you. And then obviously, not in a bad way, but, you know, we replace you when you're done. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey June, the more June, you can hear me.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
June, the office. Yeah. The more I think about it, man, Woody Johnson's a major problem here, man.
But bro, that's not. It's never gonna change. He's
I
not
know,
giving the team up.
I know, I know. But
So,
is he going to be, all over the place, at the facility, looking over everybody's shoulder? Because he definitely was doing that with Douglas at the end for sure.
well, that
Like,
was an end because I mean, you still got to give him credit. He did. It was a while before he jumped in. I mean, we all bash him and everything, but you know,
he had to. Then he
you know what I'm
jumped in when he
saying?
had to
Right,
jump in.
right. He jumped in. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't completely blame him. After a while, he got tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would have done that.
Let's be honest, man. Let's say he didn't fire Salah after 2 and 3. then we still would have won 5, 6 games and then fired
That's a
him at the
fact.
end. So
That's a fact, Kurt. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah, I'm
fact.
not arguing that. I think they
That's a
should have,
fact.
I don't think they should have did it mid-season or whatever it was. I don't. But
Well, that's what's going to
that
send your fan base into a
well,
frenzy. You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
Yeah, but
and
it offers
and
anything will send this fan fucking base into a frenzy, and that's
yeah,
just the way we are.
it definitely sent Mark into a frenzy. I know that.
Mark stays in the frenzy. Oh shit, he's back.
Yeah, I'm here. What are we talking about?
Oh no, we was talking about Woody. We was talking about Woody.
Oh,
We were
Jesus.
talking about how excited you were when Woody fired Robert Sala.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The opposite, Mark. It
Oh,
was the
thinking's
opposite.
overrated. I forgot. Sorry. Yeah. Thinking. Let's
Good
not.
morning,
So
sir.
if
Hope
thinking,
all's well with your daughter.
good morning. Thank you very much. Tomorrow's the big day.
Yeah, Mark. I was just gonna say. By the way, God bless your daughter. Uh, Let me wait until it switches to the co-host. Mark, let me know when you can hear and it switched. Mark, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, God bless you, to everybody that contributed. Thank you. Tomorrow's the real day. So we just want to wish you good health and good luck and God bless to the family, brother.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate that.
You and our prayers, brother.
When I tell family and friends about that had not heard about, what we were doing, and then I tell them the story, they're like, wait, what? Because some folks don't know that I hang out with a bunch of maniacs that talk about the Jets every day. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I'm in this. They're like, wait, you talk about the Jets really and every day? Like, are you all right? That's the first thing they ask me. And then I say, well, yeah, I do. And you wouldn't believe the community raised like, I want to say like 10 or 11 grand, Pete. Like, we would be still trying to hit our goal if not for like Jets Commute in the community. So it's insane. We're very grateful. Um, so, yeah, seriously, thank you to everybody except for Woody Johnson, who's a terrible owner.
Come on, Mark.
Woody, look, well, I got to pivot somehow, June, right? And let me tell you something, Woody. Well, here's the thing, all right. I've been saying personally, look, and they put football people in the building and then let Woody revert to just being an owner and kind of stay out of it. And, we got to see, are Muji and Glenn, are they the answer? Right. And they deserve the rope to figure it out. But that said, if Woody just stays where he's at, it's fine. The problem is when Woody starts listening, and a lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say. When Woody starts listening to the more toxic members of the Jets fan base and starts making decisions, football decisions, guided by that, and then the media starts to get wind of it, and then they start to put the pressure on, and suddenly you got someone steering the ship that's running us right into an iceberg at the very top. And who cares at that point if Glenn or Muji, the football people, are overruled? What is their what what recourse do they have at that point? Like it's gonna run the whole thing. So that's the thing. Woody just needs to. Frankly, we talk about players steering clear of social. Woody needs to steer clear of social. Just let the damn football people make the decisions, and just I don't know. Go find a hobby. Go do something.
Now, Mark. As crazy as this is gonna sound, right? I'm gonna defend Woody. Put
Oh
yourself
my
in.
God, I'm going on
Yeah,
mute.
check it. Try this. Try this. Think about it. Think about it. Now, is there a sport that you have absolutely no clue about? Let's just say it's hockey. Let's say you don't know anything about hockey, and you purchase a hockey team, and for the first 15 years, 10 years, you've hired hockey people, but you've gotten nowhere from it. And after a while, you thinking that you can't get it right. So now you start listening to the fan base. The fan base, you can't get it right. So you're trying to do anything and everything to turn this team around. So you might start listening to the fan base. Anything to try to change it around. Once again, you're not a hockey dude, so you try to listen to hockey people. I mean, and let's just be real, as me and Kurt was just saying. It took him a while before he got involved. It
Yeah,
took him
but
a while.
June, he's been the owner for almost 25 years now.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, he's got to have learned
no, no,
something.
no, but
No?
but but, but think about it. I want you to think about this. Before they hired Douglas, before they hired Salah, it was going through the ranks that, oh, Joe Douglas is a great candidate for a GM. Though the Jets got it right. Robert Salah is a great head coach pick. Remember, he was the hot commodity, so he did what he was supposed to do. It just didn't work.
I mean, I get it with Salah, but yeah, it didn't work. You're right. Just jump in, office. You're good. Thanks. But
Appreciate it, brother. I think you got a great point too, June. Right? Like, and Petey said this repeatedly too. If you could get a season where you feel like your fans kind of got their money's worth and the team is trending right, it probably would alleviate some things off of the owner to a degree in a way, right? But like, outside of a few of the crazy fans, I gotta admit, I would listen to a lot of the fans in here to some degree about bettering this football team, right? Like, you guys are passionate people about your team, and you guys know all the ins and outs. And there's no there's no misconception in this room about what this team could do to be successful. And if you can avoid buyer's remorse from the fans this season, it might go pretty good, buddy.
I think it will actually go well. I mean, now was Aaron Glenn my top choice? No, but I mean, seeing what he's done so far, I like it, and it very well could go well.
They're going to the goddamn playoffs now that you said it that way, brother. Playoffs.
And, I don't
How do you
think
go to the
this year.
playoffs when you win 3 to 4 games?
Oh,
Is that
God.
are they expanding it to teams that with that win total?
Absolutely.
Mark, you don't believe this though, Mark. Come on, Mark. The more I think about it, though, I'm starting like yesterday. Can you hear me,
Yeah, we got you.
Yes, yes, Pete.
Mark?
Did you get the call? You there?
Sorry,
Yeah,
It switched.
I'm here. I had a call. Hold on one
Yeah,
sec. You got me? You got me?
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we got you.
Yeah, I spoke to a Jeff fan, not on Twitter really, and and my expectations have dropped a little bit. I got to be honest.
It has to,
Listen,
bro. I mean,
it.
you
Yeah,
can't
go
be
ahead.
thinking about a playoff run, bro, and it's like a brand new regime. Give them a chance. Give them the time to get things right first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna still continue to be optimistic and all that. But
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
by
wrong
the
with that.
way, just to announce something real quick, just 10 seconds. I'm doing something a little different today. I'm doing a special. I got Robbie Zabo coming on at 11:30. So Robbie Zabo from X Jets X Factor, I will join me later. Join us, the space, at 11:30. So I'm gonna send out the link. I'll close up and then get back to Zabo later. So just a heads up if anybody wants to hear Robbie Zabo. Dom, go ahead. What's up?
Hey, good morning.
What's
Good
going on,
morning.
brother?
I just want to say this to Office's last space or last space, last point that the Jets would do good if they listen to the fan base in here. As long as it's not June, there's a chance. That's all I got to say. That's all I really want to say. As long
Hey,
as it's
Tom,
not June,
Well,
there's a chance.
Tom,
But
Tom,
believe
that's
it
a
or not,
cheap shot. You, you,
Tom,
you-
I didn't want to say it, Tom. Nice to have a good morning. I
believe it or
hope you
not,
enjoy your day.
I'm
they've actually listened to the 34th team more than
they
anybody else.
they need to listen. They need to listen.
Dom, thanks for getting June riled up.
What's going on, Ed? Good morning, brother.
And if the Eagles trade,
Good morning, guys. What's up? What's up?
What's going on with you?
What's up, Ant?
Just been listening, the last couple of weeks and just kind of like been, taking everything in. But um I just I'm Petey, I'm trying to be optimistic myself, but I'm trying to like it's getting harder every day because I really don't know the direction they're going. They don't until I see the plan, I mean it's going to be hard for me to be optimistic. I don't know how many games they're gonna win with Tyrod at quarterback. I mean, he's not gonna last a full season. We know that. But I mean, what do you think? Like, how are you gonna be optimistic when you don't even know who the quarterback's gonna be,
No,
Petey?
I get it. Let me see. And I was just going to say, you've been listening a lot. So the next
But
week, there's going
hey,
to be a
Petey,
lot of fans. I
yeah,
mean, stuff going
No, I
on
know,
and
but how
changes.
active you think they're gonna be in free
I
agency?
don't
I think
think
they're
they'll
gonna
be,
do it.
I think they'll spend on a free safety. That's what I think they will do.
They're gonna maybe what? Bring in another veteran quarterback, maybe a Mariota or something, and then like
I hope Fields.
yeah, I'd be okay with
Wait,
Fields.
what?
That would kind of intrigue me a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mark, you heard what I
Um,
That's right.
said.
oh, wait, hold
I
on,
would
Oh, okay. I'll go on mute.
wait
Go
a
ahead.
Yep,
minute,
he said it.
but wait, just
wait
hold
Mark,
on.
it's
This
not
is Petey.
good. Yep.
Because I mean, like I said, how like with them not being that active in free agency, I mean, they're gonna have money,
We
but
got to bring in
you
John
know,
Vogel here more often.
you know, they're not gonna spend it all. So
I do. Well, that's another thing too. How much is Woody going to
they're
put
gonna
out cash wise?
they're gonna get these second tier guys like a Tim Patrick
What,
and
what, what,
all
what
guys
what
like
about
that.
this? I think this is the cleanest and clearest direction. You mentioned direction that this brass may give us. And I don't think you guys are going to like how it starts. I'm not even sure you like how it feels next year either. But if you're looking for direction, I actually have optimism that this brass is going to give a clear direction of what the team's doing and
Well,
building
Buckeye, how
versus
are you
this
gonna
all
say?
in
That's
bullshit.
right, Buckeye. That's right,
Buckeye,
brother.
how are you gonna say that when they're trying to sell to you right now that they're gonna win now?
Because
When
I think that was
because
podium.
what?
That was podium bullshit.
Well, don't say
And
that.
what?
Don't say it. They should just
Yeah,
be
but what
like,
do you want them to say? Like, hey, I
we're gonna
came in
try and
here. We're going to lose a
we're
lot
gonna
of
try.
games.
No, we're gonna try and get this thing right. We got to build it up.
Again, we had it hasn't
I
even
don't see.
started, but I think you're going to see it directionally by the moves that they make. I think letting Aaron Rodgers out of the building let you know the first step is it's not about this year.
It's a
Mark, go
great
ahead.
draft to build your team in.
I'm
Mark,
on
why
Team
you?
Anthony on this one, Pete. Good morning. I think there's some green goggling going on in here when it comes to the performance of this team next year. I think we don't, Anthony's right. We don't yet know who the starting quarterback is, right? And they can make some moves, but they're installing a new offensive system and a scheme with a first time play caller in the NFL. Let's not forget that part of it, and a first time head coach. So they're going to be learning new shit on both sides of the ball. And I mean, whatever, special teams too, I guess, with Banjo. So it's everything is going to be new. So I'm expecting bumps and bruises through the first part of the game. Now, this may be a competitive football team, but if we look at what
right.
Detroit did in their first year installing stuff new, and this was with Golf at the helm, and they won 3 games. And yeah, but Mark, they were scrappy and tough, and they won 3 games. Is my point. And then it started to look right. And then they hit 8, and then they got to 9, and then they won as many games
Oh, well, Mark,
or 12, and then they
is
won as
the
many as any team in the
well,
football
But
Mark,
you know,
well,
last
Mark,
year.
you put that out. You put that out, but it's the fan base and the rest of this this media going to give him that time that Detroit got. They're going to run
Great
him out of town.
question.
He has a
Yes,
5-year
you're right,
contract, so it
Anthony.
doesn't matter. He's got 3 years
Anthony,
minimum.
If
Wait,
we
no,
start off,
no,
go ahead.
no. Front office has gotten out of a contract early with a coach that had a 5 year.
He's got a
That's
5-year contract, so he's got three
holy
years minimum.
smokes.
But I don't care what the fans think or care. Like I think he let you know
Okay, but
when they're letting.
Woody Johnson does.
If he did, then why let Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers out of the building? They're saying it's not about this season.
right.
Those are two.
Hey,
Those are two people that provide
thank you, Buckeye.
statistics, right? So they let them out of the building. They showed you what they're doing. They showed you what they're doing.
Thank you.
Devontae is not a part of this plan. If he was a part, if it was about win now, you'd bring Devontae back. If it was about
They
win now,
showed
you'd
you they're
probably bring
starting
Aaron back.
over, Buckeye. They're starting over, and they basically it's an incomplete. It's not like they shifted. This is what Anthony is saying. If you're hearing him, he's saying they shifted off of Rodgers, but we don't yet know. You really think Tyrod's going to play a full season? We don't know what the quarterback room looks like yet. And so without that, how can you come into this year that they're going to have their best shot to win? We don't know yet. And to
Because
Dom's
it's not
point that
about
he's been
this year
making
winning, Mark.
repeatedly, we don't yet know what the roster
But
looks
But
Mark,
Mark,
like.
you
Mark,
keep
it's
using
not
words
about winning,
best
Mark.
shot to win. It's
But
not about
Buckeye,
that.
they're
Exactly.
telling you it
It's about
is.
it's about
They're
being
saying we're gonna
competitive.
We're getting ready
About
to
being
win.
competitive.
We're built for this
That's it.
shit.
Being competitive.
That's literally what you're playing for. It's about being competitive.
Being competitive and
100%.
building culture. That's great. That's the new.
I mean,
That's
I
the
mean,
new
Mark,
moral
there's no
victory for this
quarterback.
year, guys.
There's no QB.
did it not work
Ain't
out for the
building
Lions?
shit without
Hey,
the
Did it
QB.
not
hey,
work out for the
It
Bills?
did eventually,
hey, heck,
if you give it
I'm hearing you,
time, but
June.
we're not patient.
heck, I love your Avi. I love your Avi.
Yeah, you know what, June, I've been thinking. Look at the number 3-4, right?
Yes,
For
sir.
the optimistic people, you take the 3 and the 4, you got 7 wins. Me and you, I think we got to drop the 4 and just go with a 3 because we ain't winning more than 3 games, and that'll get us a quarterback next year. You know, at least a shot. Not saying we're going to get our guy, but at least it'll
Look,
get us a shot, you know, at the
I
table
put
to get a
$100 on
quarterback.
it. We double it. Ain't no way we getting 3 games. You have no
You're
faith,
not
and
putting
you refuse
$100
to
on
take the
6
test.
wins. I know you're not guessing 6.
More than
No.
3. That's what I'll say. More than 3.
Oh, I thought you said double it.
hey,
Oh,
hey,
more than
hey,
3.
hey, Kurt.
I think they win
Once
7.
again,
Everybody would bet the over on that.
once again, I don't care about the wins. I just want to see the team headed in the right direction.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Playing
That's
hard.
it.
All right, I have a
That's it.
Exactly.
question then for this is more for listeners who can't get up and talk. If you want to comment on the room, how many games do you think that the Jets are going to win next season? I'm just
I think
curious to hear
Why
from
would this
folks. I know
question
it's
be
early.
relevant until you
Yeah,
know who the
Oh
roster
my
is?
God,
right,
are you
right,
scared of the
Mark, you don't even know
question,
who the roster is, and
guys?
you're asking a
This
question about
question,
win
right.
this question is
predictions.
terrified. I'm a co-host in here. I can ask questions of the room. Last time I checked,
All right,
and I'm asking the
17
listeners.
wins, Mark.
I'm
17.
asking the listener. I'm glad to hear from you.
Oh,
I
come
asked the
on,
listeners
Buckeye. Come
specifically.
on.
I'm
But he's
asking
asking win
guys.
predictions without a roster. What's the
I'm
Yeah,
asking
but
purpose?
people what
but
they
why?
because I'm asking
But
people what they
Buckeye,
think. I'm not allowed to ask.
hold on here. Let me just jump in. Buckeye, come on though. 17 wins. You're being worse than Mark would be. You're being
It's as absurd as asking that
no,
question.
no,
It's
Right
but
the
now,
Buckeye,
same thing.
Hold on here. But you're saying, and again, I'm trying not to laugh here. How could you be so? I know Mark gets snarky sometimes, okay, but that 17-0 is
but but
beyond.
but but
It's
but
Petey,
bad.
he
but
doesn't know the
Petey, Petey,
quarterback. He
I
Petey,
doesn't
love
know
it.
what the defense is. He
Petey,
doesn't know
17
the
and 0, baby.
roster. And we're going to go around the room and
yeah,
ask win
Petey,
predictions. Come on, man.
Petey, you can't really do that if you don't
Yeah, you
like
Mark.
free
I didn't hear
agency
that.
haven't even started yet. You
All
can't
right,
even
can I
ask
say
that
something,
question.
please? Because
Yeah,
apparently asking that question makes folks run for their binky because they're terrified of the answer. I'm asking the
You fall
he
for
said
the
listeners
binky,
binky.
what
bro.
they think. Can I please get? I'm curious what people
Mark,
think.
right?
But
Anthony came
4,
in here and said, "I
the
don't feel
number 4.
optimistic," and you guys ran his ass over. And I'm
I
curious what
didn't.
people think
Well,
about
no,
next year.
I don't care.
That's
I
all I'm
mean,
4
asking.
games.
listen,
4
but how are
games.
you gonna? But how? I mean, Buckeye's saying, "Oh, what are they supposed to say?" Well,
Right. That's
don't give
facts.
the fans false hope, saying we're gonna win now. Telling people we're thinking that we're gonna do
But
something
Anthony,
that we're not gonna do.
isn't that what Salah did when they said, "Oh, it's going to be slow"?
That's a fact.
Everyone adjusted
But I
it,
think that was a
like got on
different.
him
I
and
think that was a
all this
different
stuff.
situation,
Nah, it's
Dom.
not.
Because
No, it's really not.
the
It, it
roster was different. The
it's not.
roster
It's
was
not a
different.
different situation. It's not a different situation at all.
It
It's
isn't.
a
It's the
coach at a
same.
fucking podium.
Yeah,
I just
that's a
think
fact.
y'all got to win your division or win games in your division.
I
That
don't
would be
think they
more
can
important to
upgrade the
me.
team enough. I don't think they can upgrade the team
Officer, you
enough
gotta stop
to
setting him
get
up.
over 4 wins.
I don't know. I'm with Anthony on this one. I think if you say
And
from the podium,
without a
you're going to
quarterback.
win now and win from now on. That means that you're not trying to lose now and then win from now on. And it's a message. Not I know you think it's podium BS. I would be very surprised if not saying the same thing in the locker
Mark,
room to the
How come
players.
cutting penalties in a third wouldn't be winning now? How about that as a win? How about
well,
cutting
that's definitely
penalties?
change of culture, Buckeye.
Yeah,
If
how
they,
about Twitter geniuses slowing down? How about like small victories? Maybe win can be construed as the bullshit of like Twitter teams, like 2 thumbs and a loss. How about like the penalties just really slowing down? We're an atrocity. That
yeah.
guy that you feel the season went to peril when we got rid of that guy, the guy that built that staff, Salah. That team was the worst coach team
Wait,
in the
hold on,
NFL.
Buckeye.
Period.
Buckeye. To be fair,
He's
Joe
jumping off the
Douglas
cliff.
built
Go
the
ahead,
staff
Pete.
too. Okay, it wasn't just Salah.
Yeah, he built that roster. He
Okay,
definitely
did he
built that
build the
roster.
staff? You think he had a say in some of the coaches, or he let Salah do
No,
all
I
that?
think Salah picked his staff.
All right. It
Okay.
is. Can I say something, please?
Yeah,
Look, it is.
Mark.
It
Yes.
is. It is
Sorry.
green goggles to say that an incoming group, a first-time GM, a first-time head coach, a first-time offensive play caller, the only guy who's a vet in their role is the DC. Okay. It is green goggles to say that these guys aren't going to come in and have some bumps and bruises in year one.
Of
And to
course they
suddenly
will.
say that they're going to get off to the races and listen, I would love for
But
them to
Mark,
clean up
who's
penalties,
saying
but I need
that?
to see that.
But Mark,
Well,
who's
Pete, when you
saying that the
start
Jets are
saying that
gonna
they're going to
go
win,
ahead?
when you
I
start
can't
saying that
tell
they're going to
Mark's
win,
direction anymore. I
I
can't tell
can't.
your direction
Mark,
anymore.
I got a good question
Well,
for
then
you.
open
I
your
got a
ears
good
and listen to
question
what I'm
if I can.
saying. Because if you, because listen to what I'm saying if you think that they're going to win more than 3 to 4 games going in, I just want to see that. They won 5 with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. And then you're going to say, oh, but Mark, that was with Solid, and that was with Hackett, and they won 5 games.
Right.
So they,
So
so
what?
Yeah,
I
I'm
have to
still
give
lost
them.
on your point.
yeah,
I don't know
I'm
where you're going.
confused too. I'm
So you don't
confused now.
understand that when a new group comes
No,
in, that you get
you're
bumps
talking
and
about bumps,
bruises.
bruises. Go for it. Yeah, I think everyone knows
Mark,
that.
can you
But
break it down
This
in
is
a
true.
wait, can you break it down in a non-Mark Torres way, please?
I know.
So that
Apparently,
some as
I
you
need a
well,
translator.
Yeah,
Apparently,
you
no, Mark,
you
because
got me lost. You got
Mark,
me
I'm
lost a little bit
confused
more.
too on this for
Yeah,
real. I'm
yeah.
not trying to run
I'm
you over
lost.
here, but please,
all right.
go
Every
ahead.
fan of football
Deep
knows
breath.
when you put okay. Let's say, all right. I'll give you an example. Do you really think on offense you're not going to have 2 wide receivers running the same area of the field because they were confused about the call? Because it's the first time that they're running out there, that guys aren't going to mess up their routes or a blocking
But
assignment.
what does that have to do with it, Mark? It happens on every team.
But when you have new people come in, that's when you see most of it. That's why you don't see. This is why, by the way, when you see, okay, let's go to Buffalo for a second because Jarek's up here. Okay, that's why when you have a changeover of talent but consistent coaching staff, everybody knows the calls. They all know their assignments. They've got some comfort with the system. Like everybody kind of knows. All right. So you don't see, even with talent getting hurt, you don't see as much breakdown. But when shit is brand new, that's exactly when you're going to see. I'm giving them room to make, they're going to make mistakes in the
I
first
think
year. I don't
Mark's on
understand how
team
this is rocket
34.
science. I'll
Mark,
go on, Pete.
yes, they're
Mark,
going to make
Mark,
mistakes. Is Glenn
Mark.
going to be good at clock? One sec, Heck, I promise. Is Glenn going to be good at clock? I hope he's good at clock management.
It's an
But they're going to,
unknown, is
yeah,
my point.
there's going to be miscommunication, Mark, of course. But Mark, that's the safe answer to say. Like, I think they might win more than 5 games this year. Is that delusional? Is that green
It's hopeful.
goggles?
It's hopeful.
Okay,
With Tyrod, Petey?
why not?
No, I'm asking. I'm genuinely asking. I'm
All
not
right,
like
let me get to Hector and then I'll make a point because I
Tyrod
want to
hasn't
make.
Yeah,
started a full season in
I
how many
think
years?
You're
I
right.
think that Mark is right with Team 34. He sounds just like the rest of us on this team. For clarity, Mark, do you agree with the basis of Team 34, or
No,
how do you
I agree
differ?
with your projected win total. I do not agree with your roster construction. I do not agree with your assessment of players on the team. There's a lot I don't agree with. The only thing I do agree with is the win total.
Can I ask you a couple questions? How did your assessment of players differ from ours?
Because I think that this is a talented. I've been saying this for months. I think this is a talented roster with really lousy coaching, and I like that they've got new
Well,
coaches in there. That's great, and that's
that's
a
a
new
good
direction.
point.
That's awesome. But I just think that the coaching staff is going to need. They need a runway, just like last year. I was like, look, this offense isn't gonna look right from the jump. It's going to take
Okay,
like 6 to 8 games for them to look right. And look what happened
right.
last year. It took a
Like,
lot of time for that offense and a firing of an OC for them to actually
again, you
look like
called us
anything.
the 3-4 win team, and now you're talking
Uh,
about bumps, bruises. So what are you calling that? What is your team?
what do
The
you mean?
5-6 win? You keep saying we're the
No, I
3-4
think they're
win
going to win
team, the
3 to 4
34.
wins next year. I really feel like that.
Oh, then change the Avi.
I'm saying the same thing. No,
Then
because I
join
think
us.
I
Join
think your
us, but
roster
join
construction is
join
out
the
to lunch.
direction too.
yes, Mark,
Get
No,
down.
yeah, yeah.
get
Get
on
down.
board.
I'll tell you what. Send the application and I'll put in the circular file. That's corny, but I'm saying it. Go ahead,
Get
office.
down.
Send him to 3-4, June. Send
Get
it
get
It's
on.
already
get
it's
get
already it's
down.
already done, fellas. I
It-
already
it-
did it before it was even said.
as a matter of fact,
Welcome to the
Awesome.
club, Mark.
John Vogel. Matter of fact, did you make that
Yes,
for
I
John
did. I,
Vogel,
I
Jim?
I sent it right to
All
John.
right. There we go. So yeah. We're expanding. We're expanding.
The movement's real,
The
June. The
movement is
movement's
real.
real.
It's real.
You guys
I
are
guess my
crazy,
question
man.
would be this, though, Mark. Right? Like, this is kind of the way I would see it a little bit. The way I see it a little bit from my side of things. Like, if I'm a team in the position of the Jets, I'm looking at my division and my division only. Right? The rest of them games do outside of the division to a degree do not matter. Right? Because in the NFL, the key is to gain supremacy of your division. And right now, Buffalo is almost on like cruise control.
Facts.
They're like straight, like, where is everybody else? No offense, but like, they're not afraid of Miami. They weren't afraid of New England. Unfortunately, you know, that's just the way it goes. But in the NFL, until you can conquer your division, you ain't conquering the rest.
That's a fact.
I mean,
Hey,
look
office.
at the, you know what I'm saying?
I,
So, how do you feel about that?
That's a fact.
office. This pertains to the Jets, man. You hit it 100%.
That's
Deny
a
the
fact.
truth goes on existing.
That
100%, man.
that's a fact. What he
Thank you,
said is
sir.
a
If you're
fact.
asking me, office, listen, the Jets went for an all-in year and struck out. And so now, with everybody new in the front office, and they're going to get some new players in and the rest of it, like the Jets are not a threat next year, period. All right. So
Mark, can you hear
Buffalo
me?
is like a piece or two away from taking another next step, right? That's what they're doing. Miami they just didn't have a healthy quarterback all year last year. All right. And listen, I'll put the stuff
Good
away,
point.
the cold and all this other, you know,
Yeah, that
all
don't
that other
matter.
stuff. I'll put all that stuff aside. But listen, he still won, what, they were a game out of going to the playoffs.
Mark,
So,
can you
and now
put
you've
the?
got New England. What's that, Pete?
I was going to be wise to you. Can you put the Mike White narrative away?
Oh, here we go. Okay. And then you've got New England, who somehow found a way to get a step ahead of the rebuild faster than what the Jets are doing. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you what I think is going to happen next year
I'll tell you
based
what
off
I
the
see.
moves instead
Yeah,
of
I feel
like,
you.
I'll tell you what I see.
touting a
Buffalo's in
narrative and
first
trying to
place of
find the
direction.
facts.
I would say New England's in second place. And believe it or not, because we got rid of Aaron, because we got rid of Devontae, and because we're starting the process, I think we're in third, and I think Miami's in last.
All right,
I
can I
think
do
you
a Dom here, Buckeye, and say why that's outlandish? Because we don't even know what the rosters are yet. We don't even know who the players
because
are yet. We haven't even got through free
we've
agency. How
started a
could you predict that?
process. Miami hasn't even started a process. They brought
Why
back the
why does
same
Miami
coaching
need to
staff
start a process?
because they've got a quarterback that can't stay on the field, a coach that is not a head coach, and a GM that is a lackey.
Okay, cool. But even with that
If you
being
don't like
said,
the answer, I
Good
don't have to
morning,
change
Kendall.
the statement.
I mean you don't have to, but I think it's asinine to say that. Good morning, PD. Um, that was the first year that Tua's been the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, and we haven't won at least 9 games. So coming in and saying, "Oh well, they haven't started, so they're fourth." When you guys can't win 9 games, and I'm not trying to shit talk the Jets or anything like that, but like y'all got to prove that y'all can win 9 games. And if
We
Tua
won't win
and
9 games. We won't.
if
Not in 3 years.
Tua's healthy, if Tua's healthy, he's pushing for around 10 or 11 games if Tua is healthy.
Facts.
For
Oh, no
17 games,
way.
You've got
but
a
No
even
cap.
but
way.
You've
but
got a
even if
cap
he's not,
problem, a
even if
GM
he's not,
problem, a head coach problem, a quarterback problem.
And a
That's my
defensive
answer.
problem.
Yeah, Miami is definitely last.
we have the second most cap space in the AFC East.
Yeah. Well,
They're
And
still
let's
what's
see.
that?
last.
Wait, hold on. You have the
They're
second
still
most
Yeah.
right
last.
now. What's that?
This is like
Wait, what's
ground with
that?
Aaron Rodgers
What's
statistics,
that?
man.
28 million you have? Come on, Kendall.
Okay.
I mean,
Let him
28
go.
million,
Kendall's cool though.
28 million,
Kendall's cool.
28 million when you have people to restructure and cut still. Like
Yes,
there's
Kendall, but your guys' dead cap situation going forward is a lot more brutal than the Jets.
Kendall, you know your GM and
why
head
are we
coach are
talking
gone.
about dead cap? I'm only talking about saying that Miami is the fourth team in the AFC East is asinine, bro.
So hold on. Right
Not in
now,
record,
wait,
Definitely going
direction.
Buckeye,
to
hold
finish
on,
fourth.
In
Kendall.
direction.
Right
Okay.
now, as I'm looking, the Miami Dolphins have $422,000 in cap space. So they don't
hmm
have the second most cap space. The
Is
Jets
that
do.
is that with Teron
No,
Armstead's what's the
no,
name money guy?
no. They didn't do it yet. We'll find
Okay,
out with the league
so
year. But
Teron Armstead's money
PD, they can't even buy a Bugatti.
Teron's
that's
money will be
foul.
back soon. It'll be back soon, and there's other moves that we can make to get the money that we
Yeah,
Yeah,
need.
but
like get a left tackle.
they had to push that money back
We
though.
already drafted a left tackle. Did you not watch the season last year?
Yeah. We'll see how he pans out.
They're
Okay, we'll
definitely
see.
last.
Yeah, I think that's fucking asinine. But okay.
Can I? Yeah, can I bring some? Please, what are we doing this morning? This is crazy. Imagine
This is
criticizing the health
great.
of
This
Miami's
is great.
quarterback with the Jets are going into the league here with Tyrod Taylor. Like, what are we doing
I,
this
I
morning?
mean,
Stop,
I
please.
mean, also,
Stop
I mean,
it.
also, also, I mean, we've seen the peak of Mike McDaniel, and he's a better coach than Aaron Glenn right now. We gotta. I like Aaron Glenn, but he's got to prove it. I also been very critical of Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer, but just going in there saying, "Oh well, we started the process, so we're automatically better than Miami," is kind of crazy to me when you're about to
I
probably
said
cut
directionally,
Devontae
Kendall.
Adams.
I said directionally. I didn't say we're ahead of them in terms of record. I said directionally.
Directionally, you're not better. You still have people.
We
You still
started
have
a
people,
process, Kendall.
bro.
We
You
started
you
a
still have
process.
you still have people that you need to pay that you basically wasted their primes of. You wasted the prime of fucking Garrett Wilson. So you're gonna have
Wait,
to go into
waste
next
their
year. We're gonna have to
prime.
go.
I
Wait,
Now
wait,
you
hold
talking
on.
out
Hold
your
on. I'm gonna
ass.
land this.
I'm not
Kendall, you
sure
know what?
about
We went to the
that.
podium and
That's
we've admitted we have a
24
problem.
Wilson's not
years
as old as
old,
Tyreek
bro.
All right,
Hill.
this may turn
Tyreek
into
Hill is the guy
AFC
that's
Look,
Oh
getting
my.
old,
bro,
not
bro.
Wilson.
Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Yes, let
You're
him
gonna have to
finish.
pay.
Then
You're
I'm
gonna have to
rebutting
pay.
his ass.
You're gonna have to pay Garrett Wilson. You're gonna have to pay Garrett Wilson because he's about to get off of his rookie contract.
But we
And
have the money,
you all
Kendall. Go
and
He's
ahead.
with
about to
you
get
you
a
have
lot of money
hold
too.
damn
He's
PD,
getting a
can I just
big.
finish?
All right. Dan Peedy is right. I will let you finish. My bad. Nobody interrupt him. Let him go. He has like a 3 minute clearance to fly here, right? Let him go. Sorry, Kendall. Now it's going to fucking double mute.
With all the guys that you have the money to pay, you got off their rookie contract without even winning 9 games. So yes, you've wasted the primes of them where you had them and were able to draft them and they were able to play for cheap. And you haven't even won 9 games with those guys. You're gonna have to pay Garrett Wilson. You're gonna have to pay Sauce Gardner. You're gonna have to pay all these guys that you like, and they haven't won anything. So just saying, "Oh, we're in a better direction," I disagree.
I'd
I
rather have the
disagree.
Tyreek Hill
All of
situation than Garrett Wilson, huh?
Tyreek is going
You'd
to
rather have the Tyreek Hill
Tyreek
situation?
situation. One, he's going to be gone next year. All the
Well, that
players,
doesn't sound
all
good
the
for you.
players that you think are aging contracts in Miami, look at the cap space next year. They're going to be gone. There's not
Yeah,
one player that you can point to on
Ken-
my roster that is trash and we're stuck with. Name
Kendall, but
one.
who do you. All right.
so Tyreek Hill is trash?
I said name one that's trash that we're stuck with.
He's mad.
Tua.
We're not stuck with him.
They could get out of it next year,
And
but
and Tua,
there's dead
you
cap.
would
Your whole
die for Tua
defense is
level play, bro.
trash.
Wait,
You
Kendall,
would
can I
die
And
ask
for
you
Tua
you
level
something?
play.
overpaid
Okay,
them.
Kendall, what young guy can you build around? The receiver?
Chop
Can you build
Robinson,
around
we
him?
can't build around Chop Robinson.
Yeah, good
So
luck.
Chop Robinson's an all pro? I mean, I
Chop
know he was
Robinson
good
just
as a
finished.
rookie.
Chop Robinson just finished third or fourth. And
So
hold
Kendall,
on,
to
hold
your
on.
point, you're
I'm
about
Did,
to
just
waste
did,
his
asking.
entire
did,
rookie scale
did Chop
contract.
Robinson
Yes.
did Chop Robinson not just finish third or fourth in fucking rookie of the year?
Okay. He didn't win it though. I know Garrett Wilson
Oh,
and
Position did
Gardner
you
won
come
it.
play?
on, bro. You
No,
asked the question.
I'm just
So
You
who-
asked the
saying.
question. I answered it, and
you
now you're saying,
well,
"Oh, well,
so
he
can you
didn't win
tell
it
me your
though."
blue
Come on,
chips?
bro.
Can you
you can
tell
build
me
that
your blue
concept around
chips?
Chop. You absolutely
Can you tell me your blue
We can't build
chips?
around Chop.
Can you name me your blue chips?
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I
Thank
was gonna
you.
ask.
Thank you.
Listen,
blue. What
all I
what are
said
your
was
Guy,
what are your
Thank
directionally.
what are you
you.
what are your
You're
classification
gonna
of
fire
what
your
is your
GM. You're gonna
classific
fire your
what is your
coach. You're gonna move on from your
classification of blue
quarterback.
chips? Devon Chain isn't a blue chip.
Oh my God! You
No,
don't know
he's a
what
running
a blue
back.
chip
He's
is?
a running
You don't know
back.
what a blue chip is?
He's a
Come on,
running
Blue
back.
chip
man.
is a
Position?
term used in fucking college football, my nigga. Used
Blue
in
chips.
the
Blue
NFL.
chips is in every sport. They have blue chips, bro.
No,
It's
they
not
Kendall,
about
don't.
college.
It's
I
It's
have a
only
about
used in
every
question.
college
sport.
football.
I have a question. Are the Dolphins
All
bringing
right,
back Javon
because you
Walker?
don't have those players.
You said
Are the
what?
I'm
Dolphins
trying to bring
bringing back
Kelvin up. There
Javon
we go.
Walker?
If
Who?
I could help,
Not
Javon
Javon
Let
Walker.
Walker.
I
PD
mean,
go. Let PD
Who's
go. He's
Javon
gonna.
the,
my
Walker?
the
Dolphin brethren,
not no. The guy. What's his name? The safety.
Holland?
Yes, Javon
yeah,
Holland.
Javon Holland. No.
Holland
Sorry.
walking. He's gonna walk,
Sorry about that.
Why is that sorry? He was one of the
but
worst safeties last year.
Yeah, he definitely was
I
one
said
of the
sorry
worst
because I
last year.
botched his name.
And but the funny
All
thing
right.
is he might end up being a Jet. That's the funny thing.
Well,
I mean,
good,
that's
hey,
fine if y'all find the money to
good
pay
luck
him.
with Javon Holland. But I do want to mention that building blocks, we have them. Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle, you can build around that offense. Strictly
Top
speed. You
Robinson.
can attack space with speed. We have Patrick Paul, a left tackle, who's 6'7",
Until it gets cold
and
outside, then
he can
y'all
move.
freeze up.
See, now we're putting in context because we have Jalen Wright,
Context
who we
matters.
What
I don't
about
know
the
if you
okay.
knew this,
Well,
but
defense?
context matters.
let's talk about context. We have Jalen Wright, who
Man.
played in the SEC, who can play in the
What
cold
up,
weather,
Shade
who's an
45?
inside zone back. That's another building block. Oh, we can keep going, big dog.
Hold on.
Bro,
Oh, Jarek, Kelvin, what's up? All right. To be
P,
fair
what's
though, the
good?
Jets, in quote, the Jets' younger core, in my opinion, is better than the Dolphins' younger core. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion on that. Garrett Wilson,
That's fine.
Gardner, and I'm including Brees in this. I know Brees only has 1 year left, but those and Jermaine. I know Jermaine's coming off an Achilles, but those guys are better than your young prospects.
Petey, when the GM, the head
you
coach,
would
and
say
the
Jermaine
quarterback are
Johnson is
out of
better than
Miami, Petey, when those three things are
you would
gone,
say
Miami has
Jermaine
started a
Johnson is better
process of
than
recovery.
you would
They
say
Go
started
ahead.
a
Jermaine Johnson
process of
Johnson is
recovery,
better
Petey.
than Jalen
Jalen
Phillips.
Phillips. Yeah, now I'm taking Jalen. If we're bringing
I
in
didn't
injured
put
players,
Jalen Phillips in
I'm
there.
taking Jalen
Okay,
Phillips over Jermaine Johnson.
I didn't
you're right.
Can I
include him,
say
so
something,
my bad.
please?
Sure, Mark.
Okay, because
Get some
apparently,
Bills fans up here. Big
well,
Sean.
I want to get on Team Miami here for a second because you guys are like, this is insane to me, man. This is insane, and I hate doing this. You guys know I hate taking other teams. Like I hate this.
I do too.
But look, we can put the young building block and young core championship. We can put the team is off to a new direction championship trophy. We can put that one up. I'm talking about 2025. Like, what does the league year look like next year? And what are the division rankings and who's going to be where? And anything that has the Jets not close to the bottom, like, what are you guys doing? I understand
That's not what I
fight for your
said, though,
That's
team.
Mark.
Mark.
That's
This
not what I said,
Oh,
Mark.
that's what
you said
Mark
they're
Hold on,
leading in
because I'm going to
direction.
say what I said. I said
What is direction?
directionally.
Where's that on
I
a
said
scorecard?
directionally,
for the
we have
future.
gotten rid of the pig in the quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yes.
We got rid of the
Yes.
pig in the head coach, solid. We got rid of the pig in the GM that everybody hates except for me in Douglas, right? We got rid of the pigs. Miami hasn't
Where's your
started the
additions?
slaughterhouse.
But why do
That's
you
all
think?
I said
But
is
Additions.
why do
directionally.
you think that
Crazy.
we have to start the slaughterhouse when we like our team has proven that
Do
we
you
hold
not
on, hold
listen
on.
to your own
Our
fan
team
base?
has. I don't give a fuck what
Half
my
of our
fan
fans
base
are on
is.
cocaine. Yeah,
Like,
my
Well, you
fan base is
do.
fucking
You
like
retarded.
do.
I don't be in Miami spaces half of the time. Petey will tell you that. Mark will tell you that. Like sitting over here saying, "Oh, well, we got to get rid of the pigs." Now, I do think this is a proven year for my team, 100%. But they've proven that they can win 11 games. They've proven that late in the season, week 16, two games left, that they could be fighting for the number one seed. And no, it didn't work out in our favor. Yes, we did get injured. Yes, we have injury prone players on our team. But we have an offseason to one, fight those narratives and prove that we can do it. So just saying that, oh well, y'all have to do it and y'all haven't done it yet, and so we're ahead of y'all just because y'all are starting at ground zero, no quarterback, no brand new coach, brand new GM, doesn't mean that you're a better going in a better direction than us, because the team can go out there this year, win a playoff game. And I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that they're just going to be this powerhouse in the AFC or anything like that. But we'll be in a better direction than y'all if that happens. If we make the playoffs this year, we're in a better
Kendall.
direction than y'all because y'all
Yeah,
haven't made a playoff game since however. And I'm not saying that is no
Kendall.
diss. I understand we haven't won a playoff game in 20 something years.
Every time
It's
you
not
play
even
the
trying
big
to
boys, you
diss y'all.
lose.
I just think that it's asinine. I just think that it's asinine.
Every
That's
time
fair,
Miami
but
plays any big boy team, they get slaughtered. They get their ass kicked.
And that's
and they
fine.
and they
But
can't. How is it fine though? They can't look at
if
Kendall.
we
Kendall,
go
hold
and we
on, hold
win,
on.
and
Let
if
me.
we go and we play the team that's not a big boy
I'm
team
gonna put my
in
hand up,
order to
Mark.
get into the playoffs, and y'all are a 6-win
Well,
team, y'all aren't doing
Ken, I'm
better
going to ask you
directionally
three
than us.
questions. You want McDaniel extended?
the host put his hand up.
He's already
No,
gotten
you want him
an extension. That's a stupid
right. You
question.
want him
Wait,
around.
hold
You
on,
want him
Buckeye,
guaranteed to stick
Buckeye,
around. You want your
Buckeye,
GM to stick
Buckeye.
around. You
Hold
want
on.
Tua to
Let's
stick around.
let's
No. Those
Buckeye.
three pieces. Do you want those
They
guys
can't hear
locked in?
me.
You're a fan. Forget what your fan base
They
says.
are already locked
Yeah,
in.
bro.
So,
All right, I'm doing this for the host who put his hand up in his own space. Pete, you had a question? That's a delayed mute. Peter, Pete, Pablo. Hello. Oh, I muted and it caused this. Wow, you guys
Oh
yelled at him and
no,
caused his app to crash. Oh, he's
no,
back.
I'm back.
Oh.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we got
I
you.
All
can.
right. So real quick, I'm gonna put a reference, Kendall. The Dolphins are kind of like the Knicks. Okay, everybody's destroying the Knicks because they can't beat these upper echelon teams. Okay, is that fair to say, Buckeye?
No.
Um,
Why not?
They do not have a Tibbs. They do not have a Jalen Brunson. They do not have a Carl Anthony
Yeah,
Towns. They do
that's
not have a
what
Mikal Bridges. They
okay.
do not
what
like
That's
is
no,
what is
no.
Tibbs? What is Tibbs
Compare
and
them to
what
the
is
Heat,
what is
hold on,
Pete.
Tibbs?
guys.
What
Hold
is
Compare them to
Tibbs?
the
Tibbs.
Hold on,
Heat.
hold on, hold on. What is Tibbs in terms
What,
of the fucking
what have any of
coaches
those
in the
players
NFC
done?
in the
He's a
fucking
better
in the
proven
East?
coach. He's a
Go
better
look at
proven
He's
coach than
Tibbs.
he's a
Mike
good.
McDaniel.
Hey, hold on. He's a
Hold
good
on.
coach who's never been able to get it done. He's a good
You,
coach
get it
that will
done
get
meaning
your that will
title.
get your
Get it
hold
done
on, hold
meaning
on. He's a
title.
good coach that will get your defense together. He'll have the same rotation that people consistently criticize that he's going to run into the ground and his players get injured for it. I think that's actually a good comparison to fucking Mike McDaniel. He's a good coach, offensive minded coach. Except for Tibbs is defensive minded, but another story for another day. Will
But
get you right on one
Tibbs
side of the
won
ball,
playoff games.
but will not. It's easier to win a fucking playoff game in the fucking East.
I see the
It's easier to
request,
win
by
a
the way.
playoff game in the NBA, bro. It's easy to win a playoff game.
What,
What?
what what is winning a playoff? What does the East have to do with like what are you talking about, man? What are you
Tibbs has
speaking
not been
about?
able to get it done, and when Tibbs plays good teams, he
I'm sorry,
loses.
has he not beaten Cleveland?
It's
Has he not
actually a
whooped
very good
Cleveland's ass?
it's
Has he
actually a
not
very
whipped the
good
Cavs'
comparison.
ass? Yes or no?
You said what?
Has he not whooped the Cavs' ass in the playoffs? Yes or no?
The Cavs are a good team.
Last year they
Out,
were.
Wow.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
last year they were not as good as they were this year. They weren't the number one
You
seed.
just asked, are they a good team?
Can we get back to football,
I
Yeah,
said,
please?
yeah,
were they a
Mark,
good
hold
team?
on. Wait, hold on. Can we talk about Heat culture with you, Kendall? Are
The
you a Heat
Miami Heat are
culture guy?
trash. They know that.
I'm not a Heat fan.
Oh, thank
I
God.
have no NBA fandom. I just love basketball.
All right, before we lose Mark as the space selfishly, because Mark is irresponsible with basketball talk.
Hold on.
Uh,
Mark's the chief attorney for the
I'm taking.
Dolphins now.
well, I
Look, there's
mean,
a
Mark,
bunch of listeners down in
yeah,
this section that want to hear football talk, and we're talking about
okay.
cricket, and I could give a shit,
Well, we're
to be
not
plain
talking
about it.
about cricket. We're talking about something that's pretty good here. So, but it's okay,
All right,
Mark.
your
I'll
room. I'll go
forgive
on
you.
mute.
No. You're good. I'm just, throwing a couple of digs in like you would. So I'm just trying to be like you, Mark.
I think
Uh,
what happened here is we were having a football conversation,
I
and then we
know,
spun off
coach.
into other sports, which is crazy to me. And when folks are when Jet fans are criticizing Miami about
Hmm.
performance and the rest, it just, I'm sorry, man, it falls on deaf ears with me because we're talking about the Jets and Miami and how
But,
they're going to fare next year,
but
That's
Mark,
not
2025.
what he
And now
said,
what we're doing
Mark.
is we're pivoting.
Mark.
Hold on. What
I
we're doing is
put
we're
the
pivoting the
Patriots as two for
conversations.
the record.
All right. All right. I'm going to do it. So what we're doing instead is we're pivoting the conversations about direction and culture and building blocks and young talent. And last time I checked, none of those show up in the standings in
but,
2025.
but Mark,
So
you're.
if we confine the conversation, we can have one. But if we're going to go all over the place, then we can't.
Wait,
Crazy to me.
The
Mark,
conversation is just
hold
the,
on, Kendall, 1 sec. Mark, you're the same guy that used to trash Miami, Mark, and now you're different.
No,
I
Mark
don't
wants to
think
go
he's
I
around
could
the
I don't
talk
room and
about
ask
I
win
don't
context.
predictions. He wants win predictions today.
Okay, all
I
right,
get what
Mark, I'll leave you
I get what
alone.
Mark is saying. At the end of the day, it's a fundamental disagreement between direction. Buckeye or long suffering, whoever was talking, I can't remember. Um they just believe just because y'all started to get rid of your coach and GM that y'all are in a better place. And I just disagree fundamentally.
That's fine.
I also think roster wise we're in a better place than the Jets. I'd also say the Patriots as well. But we have to see what the Patriots do in this draft and free agency. They got a shit ton of money, but at the same time, the shit ton of money. What players are really in free agency that are like super desirable right now that they need? There's no they need receivers. There's not really a bunch of receivers in this what's the name class. There's some good guards. They need, if I'm not mistaken, they need tackles. Um, I just don't understand like how we would just, oh, they got a shit ton of money, so we're gonna assume like is Miles Garrett just gonna, you know, is he gonna get traded to the Patriots or something right now? They have to prove that they know what to do with the money.
K-Mac, you have to listen carefully to what the Jet fans are saying, because apparently money wins games
Nope.
and empty job positions
Nope.
and unproven coaches win games.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's what is happening over here, as opposed
Nope.
to rosters
Vrabel versus
and
McDaniel.
continuity.
Vrabel versus McDaniel, right? Drake May
Yeah.
versus Tua. I like those. I like the direction that New England has. So I believe they've got a
Absolutely.
foundation. I don't believe Miami has a foundation.
I like Drake May. I also like Tua when he's healthy. So
Well,
I mean,
when he's healthy, has to always come out as the second part.
I mean that's cool, bro. I mean, this is also a situation where you know I hope for the best for Drake May in his career. I don't pray for injuries for anybody, but we've only seen him for 8 games, and he was injured in one of those games too, or two of those games. So like we also have to make sure that that kid can hold up in the NFL as well. So just automatically seeing this guy for not even a full season and saying, oh, he's better than a guy who was able to lead the league in fucking passing yards when healthy, was able to get to his team to the playoffs twice. I mean,
Kendall, would
sure,
you
if you
rather
say
be in the
so.
position you are in with Miami or the position Miami is in? I'm sorry,
The,
or New England.
the crazy thing about what you're saying is we were in the situation with New England with Tua.
That was years ago.
Yeah, so assuming that just because you have money and picks and a new coach that you're just gonna go and be the top team in the AFC East, it's not
I'm
it
just
just
asking you a
doesn't it
question.
doesn't
Would you
automatically
rather be in
happen.
their position right now or your
I
position right
would
now?
rather be with money and cap space. I mean, with cap space and picks, sure. But we also have 10 picks in the draft.
So you answered New England. You'd rather be in New England's position.
As
And I
far
put them as two
as
in the
far
division
as
in terms of
as far as
directionally where I'd like to be.
as far as
Buffalo is
money,
one.
as far as money, yes. As far as fucking roster building right now, we have a better roster than the Patriots.
That's not what I
Can
said.
we pivot on this, please? Because if we're spending all this time talking about position, and how about being in Buffalo's position?
I said they're
Are we
one.
really like, what in the world are we doing with this, man? What is the point? I'm lost. I don't get it. Like, I really don't.
But Mark,
And
isn't it
we're
all
already
about what the
saying,
Jets have to do is get directionally in position to be something versus all in, and the all in is 5 wins or 6 wins or 7 wins?
Buckeye, I've been watching this team get in position, and I've heard fans cry about winning meaningless games and whatever. The Jets have been, quote unquote, in position for like a decade.
No, we
What
actually
the
have
hell are we
never. We've
talking
never
about?
been in position to do anything.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Like some of the memories, like Goldfish. Like I can't do it. I can't do it, man. Like, are we just gonna throw out any kind of rational understanding of where this football team is at right now and its trajectory, and just ignore history because of fandom? Are we doing that? Is that the new Jet way?
We're in
Because I'm
custodial
count me out.
cleanup mode, Mark. That's where
Mark,
this
who's
team is.
ignoring Jets history though?
Pete, you
I'm
got a new
not.
GM. No, because I got to hear. Oh, I'm up to the new direction. We're going the right way. I don't know that yet. We got to see it.
Yeah, real
This
quick,
team needs
guys.
to prove it can
Yeah,
function professionally from top to bottom.
Hector, can you mute real quick?
Sure.
Thanks.
I did a courtesy mute.
All right.
You're good.
So real quick, guys. It's 8:55 a.m. on the East. Good morning. I'm doing something special this morning. Well, closer to noon, Robbie Zabo from Jets X Factor will join the space. I'll close the space, uh, original time, but I'll open back up at 8:30. I mean 8:30, 11:30. So hope you guys can tune in, during the day. Sorry about that, Mark.
If you guys haven't heard from Robbie, he's fantastic.
And
Like
by the way,
really,
Robbie
really
breaks
good.
down of how the I read his article of how the Lions shut down the Vikings and how he schemed the bracket, and all that stuff. It's a very interesting and thorough article if you're interested, which I'll get into with him. Anyway, go ahead.
We have requests too. I'm cycling speakers. Please don't take offense. But Jim, go ahead, man. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So
Tim.
I just have a question. I might bring, a little piece of levity to the conversation. So I heard a couple of terms. One I was familiar with. One I have no clue. I think it's going to Buckeye. I've heard the term blue chips, which I got. But then we were talking about getting rid of pigs. Aaron Rodgers was a pig. Is that Buckeye? Was that you?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was a pig.
Yeah, he's not a pig.
Well,
I disagree with
is
that.
is that like a new football thing? Because does that like what is we're getting rid of our pigs? I've never heard that. You know, is that like a Buckeye thing, or is that like how are we defining that? Because that took me off guard a little bit. Never heard that.
Getting rid
Pig
of
is just like a useless thing. What are we doing?
we're getting rid of guys that give this organization no hope, no chance, no direction.
Okay.
So I summed it up as a pig.
And that's a plus.
Yeah, summed it up as a
Plus is
pig.
having job descriptions.
We got rid of
people in
we got rid of the
roles.
McAfee show. We got rid of all his buddies and cohorts. So yeah, getting rid of the Hackett's and the Lazards and the Adams and Tim Boyles and everything else that he wanted and needed here. Yes.
All right.
The pigs have left the building.
Boylan is nasty.
Okay.
The pigs have left the building.
Got it. All right, Buckeye.
He said Tim Boyle and Aaron Rodgers.
Billy Turner. Let's not forget
some
about
of those
that
names
beauty.
are an insult to pigs, though, Buckeye.
I know. Billy Turner. My goodness.
All right, I'm clear now. I'm good.
Thank you, Jim.
Malik Taylor's still here, by the way. Right? Isn't he still here?
Yes, Mark. Now the conversation died.
Well, look, I'm not going to defend the indefensible. We got folks up here who are willing to do that. I'm not on board with that. I'm trying to look at where the team is. Office made the comment, we ran over his ass too, which is that you have to look at the team in comparison with where the division is. And then it got off the rails because folks didn't like the answers, didn't want to look in the mirror about it.
Well, you know, Mark.
And it's like, look, I like Muji, I like Glenn, but we don't know what the hell these guys get. I like what I think Engstrand could bring, but these are improvements. We don't know what the hell they're going to do.
Mark,
we can project.
It can't be any worse than the last coaching staff,
but
Mark.
Okay. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm
and
not buying
if
that
they
one either.
if they are worse than
But
God,
Jim,
God help us forever.
Right,
then.
But Jim,
It can't be any worse than the last coaching staff.
Weren't people saying that it couldn't be worse with when we got rid of Bowles and then we got Adam Gase and it got worse.
Petey, I'm trying to be respectful.
That's why I can't buy that.
I'm trying to be respectful. Mark, you are all over the place. You're asking win predictions. You want the fan base to embrace Aaron Glenn. Now you're saying we don't know if he's better than Saleh. I don't get the direction. I feel like the headlights are off. The road is windy.
He's just trying to tell y'all to pump y'all brakes. And I want to say, Petey, appreciate you and Mark and June for always giving me a mic. I'm about to hop off and go to a meeting. I just want to say when looking at direction, you can't just look at this offseason and be like, oh, well, such and such has cap space. Who do they have under contract for the next 2 to 3 years? Who do they have that's rising stars for the next 2 to 3 years? How much cap space do they have in 2026? While it might look bleak for the Jets right now because they don't have cap space, or the Bills right now because they don't have cap space right now, they might have a shit ton in 2026. And two, you got to look at who's a free agent in 2026, who's a free agent in 2027, because this free agency class doesn't even look that good. It looks terrible, actually. If you need a receiver, there's not one. So I don't really like just saying, oh, well, they're in a better space. I don't get that. But y'all have a good day.
Well, I think Devontae Adams will be number one on the free agency list.
K-Mac, before you go, man, that ball looks
He left.
different, man. The way that Keelan Russell's throwing that shit.
He already left, Jay.
Petey, do you think someone trades for Devontae, or we're going to be forced to?
No, why would they?
Wait. No, Jim. Even before that, why? If you trade Devontae, then it counts as dead cap money. So why even do that? At the end of the day, I put my life on the fact that the Jets don't trade. They're gonna end up releasing him.
June.
I mean, it's just to get a pick back for him. That's really why.
To be fair, though, June, I did it yesterday. It does. If they trade or cut him, it's the same amount of dead money. They got to eat money regardless.
No, but they save what is it close to $30 million by just releasing.
Yeah, but they still eat. Yeah, they still eat though. Even if they trade them, they don't save any more than 29.9. It's the same.
No. But if you trade them, then you don't have that 28.
Wait,
if you trade them, then you don't have that $29 million. But if you, but if,
No,
but,
yes, you do, June, because you
Li-
saved the
P-
20. If you
PD, do it.
trade or release them, go ahead.
PD, Google it
Go ahead.
while Mark is talking, and then you'll
I'm
see what I mean.
I'm on it right now. I'm looking
All
at
right,
it right now because I.
I'm a little confused, so I'm looking for some clarity from the room on this. Okay, so we just heard K-Mac come up here and say that uh, this free agent wide receiver class is not great, and with T Higgins got getting locked up with the tag, like it got that statement got more true. So now, when it turns to Adams, who I still think has some juice left in the tank, regardless of who's throwing him the football, okay, that the Jets are just going to be they're in a position to just straight up cut him. You don't think that uh, there's a team that's looking at Devontae Adams, or maybe two teams that are like, man, I just can't wait for the Jets to cut him, and then we'll do the trade. But maybe they want to jump the gun before the Jets cut him and trade for him now. Is
Well,
that like
that was
completely
my point.
impossible?
A team, yeah, a team was going to give you a six because Debo just went for a fifth. So I mean, he might get you a fifth. Like, yeah, if the team instead of fighting with other teams in free agency, you get his rights for a 6th round pick or a 5th round pick. That's why teams do it because you don't want to hit free agency, and now you got to go against every team out there.
But
That's
I'm
what I was
confused
saying.
because
Like,
June just bet his life on the fact that he's getting cut, and I'm starting to wonder if I should start looking up life insurance carriers
no,
and
no, no,
putting out a
no.
little
Like,
rider on June because who knows? Maybe he will get traded,
no, if he
and then we
hits,
got another problem.
Mark, are you on board for trading away Brees Hall?
I would prefer not to trade away Brees Hall, but given this running back class, um, and it's a young man's position, and paying running backs, it's of the guys that I think they'll extend. I think it's Garrett and I think it's Sauce. I'm not quite sure they extend Brees. They may have him just play it out this year and see what happens. But I wouldn't be because listen, man, why would you? What kind of trade value are you gonna? We've been over this. Like, what kind of
You're
trade
getting
value are you gonna
you're
get
getting
for him when you
you're
have a
getting a
running back
round
class like
pick.
this?
You're probably going to get either the best case scenario you're getting a third, but you're probably getting a 4th round
A
pick for him.
third.
A
Yeah,
third.
I mean, they got him for. I mean, what they picked him up with a second, and with this running back class, I mean, where are you sending him? I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's going potentially to which he's a, a championship contending team or a team that believes that they are a borderline championship contending team is going to trade for Brees. They don't mind
Well, let me ask you a
they
question
don't
then.
mind
In
doing
that
it.
scenario, do you become a like when if you do something like that, do you become a laughing stock like the Giants, who got
No,
rid
Wait,
I
of
wait,
mean
whoa,
no. I
whoa,
mean
whoa,
look.
wait,
Saquon, and
wait,
now
wait, wait, wait,
Saquon's
wait,
got
No,
a
wait, wait,
well,
wait,
Lombardi?
wait, wait. A laughing stock. Saquon Barkley is always have been one of the best running backs in the league, and he's proven it. You can't say the same thing about Brees Hall. 3 years and he still hasn't went over a
yeah.
thousand yards.
I mean the
That's not even
Giants.
I mean
crazy.
I mean the
the
Giants.
laughing. Oh, go ahead.
The Giants were a laughing stock with Saquon Barkley. They were if they would have resigned, let's just say they would have resigned Saquon Barkley to a 12-13 million dollar contract. They're winning 5-6 games with him. That's what they're doing. Brian Dable's probably still Brian Dable is still kind of is going to be in the same position like he is in this year along with their general manager. The only difference is
He's
that
getting
Daniel Jones
fired.
is gone. Yeah, the only difference is that Daniel Jones is not going to be the priority. He's probably going to be gone. I just like the Giants' biggest mistake was that they didn't trade Saquon Barkley when he got the 1,300 yards. That's when they should have traded him because you would have got a 1st round pick. You would have got a 1st round pick for him.
Yeah,
But instead, they decided to wait it out and he walked away with peanuts.
Well, they franchised him too.
yeah, well, that was
Right, but
another mistake. They should have
and that was
franchised. They
another
should have
mistake
franchised
because
Daniel
that's
Jones.
$13 million for nothing. That's 13, and he got hurt, so that's
Yep,
$13 million that went right off the. That's why I think the Jets should trade Brees Hall because you don't want to take that risk. I think Brees
facts.
Hall is a very very good running back. You put him on a championship contending team, I think he could be a top 10 back in the league. But
Yep,
he's not. He's not doing it with the Jets. He's not going to
no,
do it with his organization right now. He's just not going to
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
So I would just trade him, get additional capital. You may not like it, but you never know what that 4th round pick can end up turning to a Terrell Bernard, I'm just using Bills players, Matt Milano caliber player, Christian Benford, where you can find a hit, like especially if you believe in your you believe in the talent evaluation, which I think we all can agree it has increased or has gotten better since it has gotten better. That fourth
yes.
round pick, that could be a starting guard or
And,
defensive tackle.
and, and,
Wait a
and
second.
Jared,
Wait a
Jared,
minute.
to your
Oh,
point, it could also be you could also add it to another pick and move up if you have to.
Oh my God, the 3 to 4 win team. I can't do it. What? Okay, so
Nasty.
we're gonna first of all. Well, listen. First of all, we're gonna look. We say that Muji and Glenn are great talent evaluators. Again, when have do we have documented evidence of these two guys working together in a draft room and actually having a draft class before we put these guys on the pedestal? Please. And then you want to create more whole. Like look, I don't want job titles. I want players. And you guys are like, oh, well, we can just
Damn,
eject
Mark,
Brees
let,
Hall. I'm
let
like,
him
oh,
have
well,
the
that's going to be
ball, Mark.
lottery
It's
tickets
early.
all over the
Let
place.
him have
Come
the
on,
ball, Mark.
man.
Jesus.
That's not
I'm
a
out.
lottery pick,
I'm
but the
out.
team,
You
Mark,
want the old, you want the old
the teams
support.
that are
Get off that
contenders.
grass. Have fun. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's Kelvin. What's that, Kelvin? You faded in and out.
Boy, Mike Krust.
Yeah, Mark, the team that are contenders, they hit in the
Coach, that
draft
was
anyway.
funny, Coach. Oh shit!
Hey,
I mean, yeah,
Petey.
like they hit in the draft. They don't
I
hit
saw
free
June.
agency.
June,
They
I
hit in the
want to
draft.
comment on that.
Go ahead, comment on it.
You're,
Was I right or was I
it's
wrong?
right. Yes, but the
I'm
Jets,
always
even
right.
if they
I'm
You was wrong.
always
You
right.
wrong
hold
about
on,
Thank you.
Justin
hold
Fields
Thank
on,
you.
though.
All right.
June, can I
Got it.
Of
please?
course you can.
If
It's
they
coach.
trade him, though, they still save 29, the same money. It's the same money they save. They have to eat 8 million. Now, if they go ahead, hold on 1 second. I just lost this. If they trade him post June 1st, just say, which they're not going to do. Hold on, here it is. Trade post. Then they eat $2 million. That's it. So then they save 36 million. So if they trade him post, which isn't going to happen, that's it.
So once again, we'll save money by releasing them. That's the
Correct.
right. That's the point.
Let me
It's,
ask you a
Yes,
question,
but we'll
man.
save the money either way.
So when we heard Muji and Glenn, and this is twice now, once at the opening presser, and again, actually 3 times if you're counting, then in the presser at the draft, and then again in the presser with the Jets, and they say things like, "Listen, man, we really believe in this young core of talent." You guys are excluding Brees from that statement?
Yes.
Okay, just want to
I'm
make
not.
sure I'm
I'm
understanding the
not.
rationale of the 3 to 4s. Okay.
I think if we're talking about the main key players that probably should get traded, it's, number one should be Brees Hall.
that's number
Like
one.
that should be. I mean, because I mean, do you really want to franchise tag him and spend
No.
No.
$14 million?
Yeah,
No.
no.
Like I like I, like, I don't know.
After this year, Jerry, the Jets will not be giving him a second contract.
Right. So he's either going to be tagged or he's gone.
Right. And it doesn't make sense to tag him. So once again, the best move would be to trade him.
There's an array of running backs in this draft
A
that'll make
Ray.
everyone feel
A Ray.
that'll make everyone feel a whole lot
You
better.
can get a good running back in the fourth round in this draft.
Yeah.
Which would also help us because we got no offense. Losing Brees creates another hole.
No.
So
No.
this is going to be ugly. This is going to be
Heck,
ugly.
heck,
Yeah.
See, Hector, they
Yep.
don't
heck.
want to hear this part, but go
Well,
ahead,
no.
Dan.
Let me ask you: do you really think that there's that much of a drop off by releasing Brees?
Here we go. See what I'm
I,
talking
I,
about? This is what
me,
is the
I
poison
love
pill
Brees.
in all of this, is
So I'm,
undervaluing the talent.
I'm partial on this one. I love
Uh,
Brees Hall.
uh,
I think he brings it,
Now,
and I think he likes being a Jet.
now, let me ask you this question: 3 years, have this guy ever ran over 1,000 yards?
No, but look at the coaching
He's doing it
and look at
again.
the
You
offensive line,
can't.
the
But
injuries and all that. He was
now,
being keyed on.
now, now, heck, at the same time, we've seen Brees around the goal line where he doesn't take holes to get the 1-on-1. And we all agree that his vision isn't the best, and we all agree.
No,
And we
don't say
all
we
agree.
all, please. Say
Wait.
you.
You no bullshit. I mean,
Now
that's a known
Mark,
fact that
Mark,
his vision
like
is. Come on,
we're not. Like
we done
Now,
had
June,
he's not that
we
type
done
of
had
guy.
NFL
subtract
analysts
One
come in here and say the
June.
same.
Hold on 1 sec. Subtract Brees,
Mm-hmm.
subtract Devontae,
Mm-hmm.
subtract Conklin,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, ain't nobody behind center. What is this team going to look like? A
Well,
first.
Can
But
I
we're
I
not
think it gets us to
subtracting
my
Brees.
vote.
heck,
can I
We're
put
not
a pause on
we
that?
subtracting
Can I
haven't
Brees.
No,
respond, please,
we
you
haven't
please?
said
gotten
that
the
we trade him away, Petey. That's what
we
Gene said. We would trade him.
we
That's
we
I
haven't
don't
gotten the
care.
free agency yet to see who's going to be behind center to see who's going to be. We haven't made it that far. But once again, Brees. I'm sorry, I don't understand how everybody sees this guy as
If
the,
we
the
do,
great
if
running back.
I want to say
here's
something,
what I would say.
please.
If
Hold
we
on,
do
just
get,
Hector, 1 second,
okay,
please,
sure,
on
sure.
this, because I can't listen, because we're going to speed right past it, and I don't think we can speed past this one,
Hmm.
because we're hearing the 3 to 4 win team say, okay, Brees Hall, if he's moved to another, for the listeners, if we're hearing this correctly, so if Brees is moved to a contender, he could be like a top 10 back in the league. But if he stays a Jet, his vision hasn't run over 1,000 yards. Like, am I the only one that's hearing this
Mark,
and is confused? I'm
Mark,
very confused.
Mark, it's the type of back that he is. It's not
There you go.
we're not doubting and saying that he doesn't have the potential to be a top 10 back. We're telling you the running back that he is. We all can agree Derrick Henry's not James Cook. He's not and he will
Fact,
never be a James Cook caliber back. He is a one cut back. That's what he is. But we all can agree that Derrick Henry's top 5.
facts.
What I'm saying is
Jared,
that
one more
if
thing. We got a running back in the final year of his rookie scale contract on a team that is not even close.
The contending, right?
Like, what are
Absolutely.
we talking about,
Thank
Mark?
you.
Exactly.
What are we talking
Exactly.
Like
about?
Ramondre Stevenson is the only running back that's on a really bad team that's got paid a lot of money. Like
Yep.
I mean,
All right, here's what I'm
And they're
talking
trying to
about.
trade him.
What I'm
yep.
what I'm talking
DeAndre
about.
Swift. Look what
Again,
happened with
I
him.
feel like this. I feel like there's just not a lot of listening going on. Maybe this morning, maybe in general. But look, I listened to what Glenn said with the Jets talking about offense, and he was talking specifically about Detroit. And he said in the backfield, they wanted a guy who's a house call guy, okay, with breakaway speed, and then a thumper. I heard Glenn say this, okay? Brees, when healthy, has breakaway speed. He looked slower last year, but I've seen him where he gets to the second level and he's gone. Like, he doesn't look like he's moving fast, but folks take shitty angles on Brees Hall. Like, I've seen it live.
You've seen
And
it.
then the thumper is Braylon Allen.
Wait, wait,
So explain
Mark.
to me how, and neither Isaiah Davis nor Braylon Allen have breakaway speed in the second. So what are we
you're willing to pay
doing?
him.
Mark. When did you see the breakaway speed?
I saw it live in Denver, June.
When?
People take really bad.
How long ago
Go.
did you see it?
All right, go rewatch the tape, and then we'll come on back in here.
No, no,
I've seen
no.
Brees break. Okay, am I crazy? Is there anyone else in here, not
You've
named June, that
seen it.
watched
Mark,
Brees
he's
Hall break
very
away
good
from
in the
guys?
open
Wait, wait,
field,
wait,
Mark.
wait. You've
Don't
seen
even
it his
entertain it, Mark.
rookie
This is
year.
crazy.
You wait.
It's a narrative to get the
You've
guy off the
seen it his
team.
rookie
Like, I actually watched the games.
Mark. You've seen it his rookie year. Did you see it last year?
No, I saw it live when he played in his second year, June, when he
but
played
to
Oh
the
my
in
God.
to
Denver. I
the
saw him. Go watch the tape on
look
him.
at
Like,
Saquon.
I
He
don't.
went to the next level when he got to a coach that knew what the hell he
I'm
was
not
doing.
comparing those two players.
You know,
No,
Saquon's
I'm not.
So
miles
Mark,
ahead of
after his
Mark,
Brees.
contract's done, do you want to sign him?
Mark,
Do you
Mark.
want to sign him or tag
you
him,
can
Mark? That's my
compare their
question to you.
situation. You can definitely compare their situations, and that's the point, Mark. Is that the team again? It's not a full rebuild, but
Right.
you guys are not. I'm sorry, like it's gonna take some time for you to be contenders, and unless you're willing to pay him 12, 13 minutes, because
Maybe
I can
Mark
guarantee
is.
you when he
No, he
gets the
So
said
Mark,
contract,
15.
that
Mark, you
work is
want to
gonna
Jerry,
be
he
keep
said
Breeze?
15.
he wants 15 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so if he stands firm on that and says, you know what, I want to be paid like a top echelon back. I want to be paid like a top 5 back because my production based off statistics for all purpose yards warrants me that contract. Are you willing to pay him 12,
You guys are
13
hitting the
million dollars
fast
a year?
forward button. See, this is what you guys do. Like, you guys are hitting the fast forward button on this in terms of the contract and the rest of it and saying the contract's got to match the production. What I'm saying is, I'm looking at 2025 and saying, I don't think we've seen Brees Hall play his best football as a Jet yet. So let's see what he does. And we're also looking at the running back class where, I mean, folks going to be drafted. I don't know what kind of trade capital you're going to get from him. I also said, by the way, when I forget who asked it before, like, I think you asked it, Jarek. Like, who's the most likely uh, trade candidate? Like, you're going to trade or keep Brees. I think Brees is the most likely trade candidate. But all that said, like, I think Brees Hall in this offense could be a much better player. It doesn't mean that you have to sign him if you keep him for another year.
If you only
And they
carry
need
one
it, and
year,
they
you
need
got
a
to go.
fast guy, and it's not Davis and
Mark,
it's not
Mark,
Allen.
you are taking. I mean, like I said, this is not on you, but the Jets are taking a huge risk. They're taking a huge
That's
risk
a
by doing that
fact.
because if, let's just say for
Fact.
the sake of argument, Brees Hall has an explosive year. He ends up becoming a top 3 running back. Now
Great.
his market value going into free agent, like knowing his
Yes.
market value and knowing how that's going to go up, guess what? That's now going up to $16 million. He again, he's
Yeah,
not
but who says the Jets have to pay that, Jarek?
That's the whole
$16
point.
million
You're
a
gonna
year.
lose him for nothing. You're gonna lose him for nothing.
But
I don't know. I mean,
goddamn, like y'all want to draft a running back. Y'all done drafted running backs like the last 3 years. Y'all got a whole stable back here.
Coach,
At
That's what
some point,
I'm
coach,
somebody
And
gotta
coach,
now you
eat.
want to
coach,
draft another one,
I'm
Bro,
with
coach.
y'all
coach.
got
Coach.
You
a
find your running
Yeah,
back and
June.
stay
Y'all
out
got
of
a
this.
whole stable back
You
there.
find
yeah.
you find your running back and you stay
Oh
out of
my
this.
god, I'm tendering one. I'm letting one go, and I'm going to draft one. Okay,
Yes. We
okay.
can
Okay,
afford
question
oh,
that
marks
look at
all
that.
draft.
across the
See,
board.
We
yeah, you about to
cannot
draft one because
waste
you can't get it
draft
with
picks
Najee
on a
Harris.
running back.
It's
But
the
I
same
haven't
group of
drafted a running
people.
back for 4 straight years though. Y'all have drafted a
Right.
running back for four.
But you
100%,
needed
coach.
one. But
Coach, it's
that's the
hold on.
problem though.
All right, I'll do it again. So, coach, it's the same group of people that's saying there are holes all over the place, and they also want to get rid of Brees and create another hole and then draft another running back. When couldn't that
Mark,
draft capital be used for something else?
Mark,
What are
I'm
we
listening
doing?
to this. Mark, Brees Hall broke away in the open field last year with Rodgers.
And
I
got
mean,
caught. He got
so
ran
what?
down. What you mean?
So
So
what?
what?
He got
Breakaways.
ran down on an angle.
Yo,
He has but
a-
Brees Hall has
after his
open
rookie
field
year,
speed, June.
listen, after his rookie year, every time he
Okay.
broke away, he got walked down.
Okay, so wait, he got caught in the Giant game against them on that screenplay at the 50-yard line because I think he broke away from everyone.
He got ran
Wait,
down
the
by
one where he made
Buffalo
Zach Wilson
in
look
in
like a
in,
genius?
in,
That
in
one?
two straight games. He
Yep.
got ran down. I mean, like, what are we talking about? How many times have that man gotten inside the 5 or 10 yard line on a breakaway run and
All
couldn't
right.
get in the end zone? We didn't score.
This
As Jet
deserves a
fans,
but
Pete,
June. This
yeah,
deserves a but June.
Pete, as Jet fans, if I think our best skill as Jet fans is looking at players in Jet uniforms and talking them down, and then they go elsewhere, and then we're like, how in the world did we let these guys go? It's like the core skill. It's insane to me. I'm just looking at really we're going to say Brees Hall doesn't have breakaway speed. That's the argument. So that's why you want no. It's one thing if you say, look, there's a lot of great running backs coming out in the class, so and whatever they're getting, like that's a more reasonable argument. But to say that the shit on the player, sorry, man, I'm out. I just realized the whole room was muted.
Yeah, June, that's
Sorry, guys.
nasty.
So hold on. I need to ask a question. So Petey, Mark, are you tagging or extending him?
I can't with the back. Like I'm talking about his
What's
play, and you guys talk about
wait?
contract
But
and
Wait,
Mark,
whatever
the
what's
apples
whole
to
wait, wait,
apples.
premise,
wait,
That
wait.
the
What was
matters,
the
oh
Mark.
man,
question? I
man,
didn't
this
hear
is
it.
That matters.
nasty, man.
I
This
didn't
is
hear the
That
nasty.
matters.
question.
That's why we're having this
Please.
conversation.
I
That's why
said,
it
Petey and
matters.
Mark, are you tagging
Yes.
him or extending him? You guys are in love with his breakaway speed. You're telling me you don't want to see him on a different team do what he does. So you tagging him or extending him? And
I'm
Mark
wait.
punted the question.
Okay. Well, I'll snap the ball and say hut hike. Okay. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do this
Oh
year and
no, Petey,
reevaluate.
we can't not. You
Why
cannot.
You
You
can't
not?
can't
take
Why
tag.
that
can't?
You
chance.
Okay.
can't. Okay,
Hold
so
on.
Petey.
Hold on.
Wait, no,
Jarek.
no.
So then you
Go
get
ahead.
nothing for
Right.
him
So
if you
Petey,
Nothing.
decide.
Okay, so I am gonna
no.
reevaluate.
But you
Why
get
can't I
nothing for him
You
then,
get
reevaluate?
Petey.
nothing
He's not
for
Why not
him.
tradable
this
then.
year?
What you get is a great year of production out of
Oh
Brees.
No.
my
That's what
God.
you
Oh well,
Okay.
get
that's what we need.
if he
Oh
balls
That's what
wow.
we
out, and
need.
if he stinks, then he
Wow.
stinks.
That should sound crazy.
So I wouldn't give up on Brees. I'm
Wait.
sorry.
So are you
Okay. So
tagging him or extending him,
I
Petey?
I said let me see what he does this
Petey.
year,
Okay.
and then we
Ain't
and
nothing wrong with that.
reevaluate. If you're
Petey.
gonna
He
tag
has
Stand
him, should
firm
we
on that,
sign
Petey.
him?
he has a
Coach, you
top
full of
10 year.
shit.
He has a production standpoint. He has a top 10 year. Do you based
Okay.
off of that? Do you franchise tag him and give him $14 million, or do you extend him?
Ooh, I would try and extend him
So
honestly.
Oh my
so you're
God.
willing to
Talk
pay
about it,
him.
Petey.
So you're willing to pay him anywhere between $13 and $15 million.
Let's
You're
see
willing to
what
pay.
the market value is.
That's
Maybe,
the market.
yeah.
That is the market value. I'm
That
saying
is
Now,
the
Why?
market
that is the
value.
market. That's
Why
the
not? Because
market value.
hold on here, Jarek, and I'm not Jarek. This is the first time I'm actually getting loud with you in a good way. Pause. Uh, how do
Eh,
I say this correctly? Jarek, they're going to have money. They don't have to pay a quarterback yet, especially if they God willing, hit on somebody.
Pete, hey, Pete,
So you
just
could
because you
afford it.
have money, hey Pete, just because you have money, don't mean you need to pay it to a guy who
But
doesn't
June,
get
you
that
can
pay.
allocate money other places.
So
You don't have
hold
to
on, Petey, work
allocate.
with
Yo,
me. Do
this
do
is
you do you,
crazy.
do you want Sauce to stay?
Yes.
Do you want Garrett to stay?
Yes,
Do you
yeah,
want
huh?
Jermaine to stay?
Uh, yes,
What?
but there's
Rib.
a but June.
Yeah, let's
Do
say
do you
let's
do you
say
want
let's say
AVT
Wow.
he
to
has a
stay?
great year this year. Jermaine Johnson,
Huh?
you have to
If
start paying these players. You have to
AVT is
prioritize
great, do you want him to stay?
I'm on the fence with
Can
AVT
I
for
say something about ABT?
like a 4-year deal. I'm on the fence about.
But
Yeah.
so you want to pay everyone, and
No,
like I
So
just
no,
been saying.
June, I
No, don't do
don't.
No,
that.
Petey, you want to wait till every rookie scale contract's done.
Mio,
So if we don't keep him,
let's
you
go
get
for a
nothing.
walk.
No, you guys are putting words in. Not Buckeye. You're putting words in my
So
mouth.
who do you want? You can't sit there and wait on every one of these guys.
No,
Garrett
I
wants
I've
his
never
money
met a
now.
group of guys more in love with draft picks than these guys.
Mark,
Like
yeah,
that's
I
hold on a
the.
minute.
It's like they took
Yo,
draft picks to the
You
prom.
yo,
It's
can't
wild.
pay
Listen to
wait,
these
you know
everyone.
guys.
what's
You
funny?
Buckeye.
can't.
Wait, you know what's funny? What's funny is that you say that, right? And you and PD, number one, you guys want to keep everybody. This team, as currently constructed, that has been kept together for 3 years, can't win more than seven
All
fucking
right.
games.
Yes, June. That's so easy to say, though. And Mark,
What
by the
you
way,
mean?
see,
The numbers
Mark
back
now.
it.
Mark, you notice this goes in cycles because I was against you all last week, and now it's June ganging up on
But
you and me.
but
So you know what?
June,
I'm striking back.
but June, why
Yeah,
do you not
Fuck
think
Petey,
a
that.
you
new
haven't
why?
I am.
said
But June, why do
Petey,
you
you
not
haven't
think a
had a
new
Let me
direct.
coaching
answer your
staff could
question.
get more out of these
I can't.
players?
I can't
Okay,
Not
answer
bad
it
for
the
an
way
echo
I'm
chamber, huh,
You
questioning
just,
Pete?
it.
But Petey,
June,
who
I'm
do you
just
want to
asking a
trade?
question. Don't jump on me.
Who
I'm
do
just
I want to
asking.
trade?
Yeah, who do you
So
really
full
want to
of
trade that
shit,
has any
yo.
Why?
value? Who do you want to trade?
I'm asking June
Uh,
why he don't think
All
this
right,
new
I'm
like
coaching
sorry. Go ahead.
staff could get more out of these players.
that's what I was going to say before. Like
Listen,
let's just say Aaron Glenn can maximize Sauce Gardner and Quinton Williams this year. Then
I'm
what?
not even talking about. Listen, and you already know how I feel about them two players, but we're not even talking about them right now. We're
Hmm.
talking about Brees. You talking about a running back who was in the last year of his deal
Hmm.
in a draft that has been one of the deepest running back drafts in recent history.
Yep.
Why would you take the chance? That doesn't make sense. Because you know you're not going to pay him
Is
15
foot
million. Period.
okay?
You're not
Is
going to pay him what he's
football?
You're
asking for.
June
crazy.
So
is
what's the
football
minimum you're
about
taking for him?
gambling?
What's the
Fourth,
minimum you're taking for him?
fourth.
That's the
Hold
question,
on.
really. But that
I'll
Let me.
take a
you're
fourth.
you're
All
you're
right.
assuming that somebody's going to give you a four for him
I think
when
they
your
will.
argument goes right against you in a draft
Correct,
that's supposed to have 40
Josh.
guys. 40 guys are supposed to come out. There's 32 teams. So even if everyone selects one of those guys, there's still going to be 8 guys left over. So you assume that those teams are going to be like, hey, we're going to give you a 4th round pick for a guy that we're most likely going to need to pay instead of a cheap option in the 4th round that we can keep.
Talk about it.
Okay.
No,
Talk
no,
Now,
wait,
about
now
it.
wait,
wait,
That's
wait,
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 that,
wait,
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 that's
wait,
the
wait,
Three
wait.
four
wait.
Time
argument
winning
out.
against
You
team
want
me.
to
has
hear
a
my
Time
new
answer?
out.
slogan.
I'm
You
not
want to hear
putting
my
the
answer
32
for it?
most like.
All right, I'll do it
I got no
then. The
problem in
three four
response
win
to you.
team has a new logo, has a new slogan. It's thinking is overrated. It's
Wait,
perfect for
Holy
Wait, hold
Woody
on,
shit,
Johnson
Mark.
and
June.
this
You
football
got.
team. That was
wait,
well done.
Mark. You've been all over the place, so we're not even gonna do that. Listen,
All over the place.
my thing, my thing
I can't
to
even
answer your
answer a
question.
question.
Let me answer Shay's question real quick. This in the NFL, it's been proven that you can always find one person to trade with. You can. We thought we was gonna get a fifth
You
round
mean like
pick
the
for
Jets and
Sam. For
Devontae?
wait, no. We thought we was gonna get a fifth round pick for fucking Sam Darnold. Look what we got for Sam fucking Darnold.
We traded
We
Blake
fired
Cashman.
that GM.
Look what we got for Blake Cat. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
Blake
But
Cashman, we
then,
got a 6th rounder,
but
and
you got
every Jet fan wanted him gone, saying he can't stay healthy. He's
Petey,
He
who do you
couldn't
want
stay
traded? I'm
healthy.
Sound
just curious, Petey.
familiar?
Who do
Sound
you
familiar,
want to
Pete?
see traded on this roster? This 5-win team. Who do
He
you
wants
want to
what?
see traded?
who do I want to see your
What?
take that you keep getting at me traded? How about that? Nah.
Right.
I got
Pete don't
one.
want to trade nobody.
He doesn't want to trade
I
anybody.
got one.
But wait,
No.
I got
hold
one.
on, Mark. But
All
this
right.
is the thing, though. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Jermaine Johnson has a good year. AVT has a good year. Garrett has a good year. Sauce has a good year. Brees has a good year. Who are you paying? Who are you prioritizing for you to pay? Because these fifth-year options are going to be gone.
Everybody,
Like,
Jared.
you cannot
Yes,
pay
that's what they want
everybody.
to
You
do.
can't do it.
You
No,
can't
they
pay
want to.
everyone.
So
Mark's
who are you?
but
answer
So
is
who is
cap
gone?
schmap. Doesn't matter. He doesn't believe in cap.
But let's say he does go out. Hall has a great fucking year, and they decide to let him go. Do we not get comp picks for running backs?
No, you don't get a comp pick from him at all. He is gone.
Yeah, you
How do
wouldn't
we
get a
not get
comp
him? If
pick
somebody signs him,
Brees signs a 3-year, $36 million deal. You definitely will.
What's the comp pick?
What? Probably that's a big contract.
What's the
we
comp
could
pick?
probably get a fourth round comp
I
pick
need to know
for
the
him.
comp
I
pick.
don't know. Aren't the Jets going to get a comp pick for DJ Reed?
I have no idea. You have to tell me that. I have no idea.
That you guys are going to sign, and then Garrett Wilson's going to torch this year?
So, Petey, forget all
In a
that.
loss.
Let's say Brees
No,
goes
Garrett's not a
bonkers
Jet
this
based
year.
off the
You want to pay? You want to
don't
pay him
forget.
then, Petey,
Yeah,
right? You want to
Of
pay him.
course, you want to pay
Who,
him. You know you want
Brees?
to pay him.
Yeah, you want
Can
to
I
pay
answer
Brees if he goes
Buckeye's
bonkers.
question?
Yeah.
I did not say that. I want to see how Brees does, and then you reevaluate if you're going to tag him, and maybe you can tag him and trade him next year.
Okay, so address what
Maybe.
Jarek said. Let's say that heaven
Mm-hmm.
meets the earth and all these guys have tremendous years. What are you doing with all those guys?
Well, Jermaine Johnson, all you have to do is we don't know, because Jermaine's going to, if they disrespect his disrespect, if they don't sign his tag thing, then forget it. Then they lose him.
Petey, who would you prioritize among those guys? Who
Garrett
would you
Wilson and
prioritize?
Sauce.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
And now,
Okay,
AVT,
that's cool.
we have AVT, Jermaine Johnson, and Brees Hall. Who do you prioritize?
AVT, Jermaine Johnson, and Brees Hall.
Yep.
Out of all three, I'll do it in order.
In order, yep.
Okay. I'll do AVT, Jermaine, and Brees.
Okay, so once again, it's Brees. Brees is always last in everything you say, but you want.
When is Quincy signed till? When is he done?
This year is his last year.
Oh, what are you doing with him?
And he already said,
I
and
would
he
extend
posted,
him right now.
give me the money.
You're extending him?
What?
Okay,
Petey,
let's say Quinnen has 13 sacks. What are you doing with him?
He want to keep everybody.
I already said, no. I already said I don't think Quinnen Williams should get a third contract here.
So do you want to trade him?
No, let him play it out.
Oh, man, Petey.
I have a question for the. Hold on, Pete. I have a question for the 3 to 4 win team, because we forget we're doing it again, and the history repeats itself. I want to ask you guys about John Franklin Myers.
Oh my!
Do you think the Jets? Yeah, I know it's an uncomfortable question, and I know why, because of this conversation we're talking about right now, which is okay with John Franklin Myers. Were the Jets wise to move off of him and get the trade comp? Were you happy with who they drafted with the pick now that the trade's complete for whatever they got for JFM?
Were you happy that they got rid of?
No, answer the question, please.
Wait, hold on, Mark. Were you happy that they got rid of Bryce Huff? Because without Bryce Huff,
Jarek,
you want to find out what
Jarek, they yell at me. Jarek, they yell at me all the time for answering the question with a question. I'm asking a question, and I'm looking for an answer, please, from the 3 to 4 winners. Can I get an answer about JFM?
Honestly, no, I don't think you should regret that. You shouldn't regret letting him go or not. What difference would have made?
Right.
He would have made a huge difference. Yes.
What difference would JFM have made on last year's football team? Are no Jet fans going to talk about this?
Mark, he was not the difference
run
maker
game
on that defense.
Wait,
not the difference maker.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta talk. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I've been quiet because I've been on top of an airplane, and the buffoonery I'm hearing right now is out of control. JFM, unfortunately, was the linchpin of that whole defense. He's the one who set the run up, who set the edge. Outside, JJ was learning, and he's still good, but JFM set the edge. JD, and I swear to God, he did it on purpose, because I swear to God, he knew he was getting fired this year. I knew the way they played it out. He knew the way they played it out. They knew they was getting fired this year. And JD's like, "Fuck you! You want Reddick so bad? I'm gonna trade away the best player for a 6th-round pick, and see what he did." I'm telling y'all, people who know me know I've been mad about JFM leaving for a minute, because he was a linchpin. He's a big Leo. He's a big Leo 4-3, really a 3-4, but he's versatile. And he was that linchpin of that defense. You saw it. Quentin couldn't do nothing. Because Huff is your specialty 3rd down rusher, so he's not an every down lineman. JJ is the only down lineman, but he's only one person to do it. And if you ain't got nobody next to Q, they're just going to quadruple team Q. So I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being disrespectful, but knowing the games and how it went down, that's exactly what it was. Go ahead, you got a question?
Joni talking to you.
Hey, PD, I'm gonna jump back on what Buckeye was asking you. If all five of those guys all of a sudden have monster years, he was asking you who we paying. What I'm asking him and the 34 team is that if all five guys ball out, what's the Jets record? You think we still only winning 7 games?
We're winning 9. We're winning 9. We're not winning 12. We're not winning 11. We'll win 9
So
if they
all
all
four,
had to
so
be.
all five guys, so all five guys that you guys mentioned ball out. We got a coaching staff that's working. We got a kicking staff that's going crazy. And y'all saying we're not doing nothing? Because last year, if we would have said that, we was talking about Super Bowl.
Hexagon, then we
Well,
have a
at the
good problem, which is good. So I'm okay with that.
Me too, PD.
Okay, the 3 to 4s got conspicuously silent when we started talking about Jay. Because listen, man, fans do
Because
this.
they know
We
Mark.
talk players down, and then the players leave, and then the players fall out because they don't have the
I'm
jet effect
sorry.
on them.
Real quick,
Happens all the
real quick.
time,
Can
man.
I jump in on the JFM discourse, please?
Yes, go ahead, CB. Good morning.
Good morning, first and foremost. Can we stop, man? Like, I'm sorry, JFM here was not the guy that he was in Denver. Like, let's be clear, bro. We sit here in these spaces and we
hold on.
talk
Did you
about
watch the
coaching.
tape or you
Hold
just
on,
talking?
Curtis, you done spoke, bro. I just want to get my shit off real quick, please.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, we sit here and we talk in these spaces about how coaching matters, how we sat there and watched Saleh and then Ulbrich shit their pants every time they were coaching, bro. JFM sat there every year, week by week, amassing penalties, and then starting off the season hot, getting 3 sacks out the gate, and then not doing shit for 4 to 5, 6, 7 weeks, bro. Can we stop? Listen, coaching is our biggest issue. JFM, I'm happy for him. He's in Denver balling. Great for him. But like, let's not act like he was gonna be here and be the guy that he was in Denver, bro. That's just not accurate, man. Like, I'm sorry. I
CB,
was laughing down there because I'm like, yo, bro, coaching matters, and we use it and talk out of our mouths on one hand, talk about how important coaching is, but then ignore the fact that they never coached him, bro.
and CB, to your point, I asked June, I said, do you not think this coaching staff can get more out of these players before y'all freaking ship them away?
Yo, coach, I really believe Sauce Gardner is going to have a good year this year. I do.
But June don't want to answer my question, though.
Yo,
He just keep worrying about
eh,
Justin
eh, eh,
Fields.
eh, he's such a fucking asshole, yo. I swear. But
Here, at least he's trying
I'm
to put a
sorry. I just
running
had to
Mark,
come up
quarterback
and
and a
address
first
that.
year
I'm
Mark,
gonna drop
OC.
back down. Y'all have a good rest of the
Mark,
morning.
Yeah, you too.
Mark. But what CB just said is 100% true. Not for nothing, and you know I can't stand for agreeing with this motherfucker. But what he just said is true. He
Look,
what?
I
Hey,
my
June, it's been a
position
minute. Fuck with
on
you.
look. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so my position on look JFM. I think there's a reason. The minute JFM left the team and we saw the run defense take a, I mean, I would ask Charles this, but I already know what he's going to say about it, which is that the listen, you need people up front to make it work next to Quinnen. And we saw what the Jets' run defense was doing. They were getting gashed. So, and by the way, to CB's point, he was better in Denver than he was with the Jets, but that doesn't mean he was bad with the Jets.
Yeah,
Like I
No,
saw
Mark.
there was the penalty where he took the personal
it
foul
was
on
a
Mac
bunch of
Jones.
penalties.
Mark, everybody
All
wanted to
right.
run him out of town.
Yeah, wait,
Yep,
wait,
that's
wait, no,
right.
no, 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 no. Wait. This is funny now.
That's right.
Wait. This is funny because
Yeah,
last
we
year,
run players out of
June,
town
it
and
was
then they
four.
ball
It
out.
was 4 penalties. It was four penalties.
wait. But at crucial times that dictated that
I'm not
game.
disagreeing with
Okay,
that.
all right,
I'm
Kurt.
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing.
Thank you, Kurt.
But it was only
Uh,
4. It was only 4, but it was at the worst time. I will agree with that. But the best people do make mistakes, and you can't kill them for four
no, no,
fucking
no, no, no,
mistakes.
no, Kurt. My point is this: this time last year, although people might not have been running them out of town, but people was like, "Yo, he doesn't. He's not giving you the production of his contract, right?"
I mean, his contract ain't. I mean, now looking at the numbers,
Now,
14 mil ain't
no, no,
high
no,
yet.
no,
I know this is revisionist
right?
history. I know.
Exactly.
June,
Hindsight is
June,
2020.
yes, people
Thank
were
you.
upset
All
about
right.
that. Yes.
So, is it fair that?
Fans, though, ran him out.
But
Good.
but but
So can we say we're our own cancer? Is that what we're
Absolutely.
coming to? We
Yeah.
are all
You
answered.
already
I'm
know,
making
Turtle.
this
I agree
point.
with that shit. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me ask a question then, just
But
to piggyback on that. Quinnen Williams. Anyone think Quinnen Williams will play better for another team than he's playing for the Jets?
he possibly could.
Oh hell yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
He
All
Absolutely.
probably
right.
will.
I'll
Yeah.
go on mute.
What team?
Absolutely.
Hold on. What team is he going on?
I think the point is doesn't matter.
No,
And Jet fans will
it does
happily
matter.
run good players out of town, Jarek. They'll happily run them
No,
out of town and then watch these guys ball out. Jet, we do it all the time, is my
yeah,
point.
Yeah,
And
at the
I
end
don't
of the
want them to
day,
do it with
we
this
gotta
young core
put
talent. That's
context.
my other
at the
point.
end of
We
the
gotta
day,
put
what Mark is
context to
saying
it.
and what everybody's trying to say is that if we got a new coaching staff that came from Detroit that loves to run the ball, we have three good running backs in the backfield.
Thank you,
Why
Jesus.
not see what we got with
Thank
that
you.
group
Thank
Exactly.
you.
before we say Hall is, get rid of him and get rid of give these people a chance. If you don't run the ball and if you don't stop the run in the NFL, you're not gonna win. So let's see
Rooney
what
talking to
this
you.
team can do. We
But
gotta run the ball and we gotta stop the run. And we
but
don't have that right now.
but again, again, and this is what we're assuming. You're about to because you are about to either tag or pay a running back high market, high end money when you have a lot of players that are going to be coming off of their fifth year options, and I'm assuming that they're going to play well and that they're going to potentially improve because of the regime that's going to be there. You are about to do it. You're on a team that is that's maybe 2 years away from making postseason.
Maybe. Did you think Washington was gonna make the postseason last year? No, you didn't think that. But nobody knows what's gonna
Bro, this
happen.
league is year to year. You never know, bro. That a new coaching staff might invigorate y'all just like it did the Commanders.
Yeah, but the Commanders had They have one of the best OCs in football with the quarterback. They found their guy,
And I mean, the last time he was in the NFL, dudes ran him out of town. So I don't know.
but he still produced a top 10 offense.
Facts.
It wasn't the
Yeah,
defense. The defense
yeah. But
was
what
doing
was always the stigma on Cliff Kingsbury? The first half of the season, dudes look amazing, and then by the second half, his offenses fall off a cliff. Like that was a real
but
thing.
but
Y'all know that.
but again who was his number one receiver? He didn't have his like Christian
Terry
Kirk was
McLaurin, what?
gone.
Huh? Wait, are you okay?
Who was the number one
Terry
receiver?
McLaurin is a number one
No,
receiver.
no, no, no. I'm
You
talking
talking
about
about
the Cardinals.
Arizona. You
I'm
talking about
talking about
Arizona. He
the
didn't have
Cardinals
one.
because D
Arizona,
Hop left.
bro.
He
Because
didn't
D
have
Hop left
one.
and Kirk left. So who was his number one guy when he got ran out of town?
Didn't have one,
He
Jerry.
didn't have one.
Wasn't it
Hopkins
Hopkins?
left. Remember?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hopkins.
And they made the playoffs. They won 12 games.
Ain't but
Who the
June
hell
want to
cares
get
if you're
rid of
not
y'all's
in
number one
the hunt
receiver.
for the championship?
See. Yo, I hope y'all are paying attention and see what this fucking guy is doing right now.
Right, like they made the play.
Wait,
Like
can
D
I
Hop
ask?
was there, and
Wait, let me.
they were always top
Yeah,
10 in offense. Like their production was very good.
coach, I'm going to put you on the spot. If Justin Fields is a New York Jet, will you
You gonna be mad?
accept? Would you accept, an invitation as part-time Jet fan?
Never.
Okay.
I fought with y'all, but never.
He's
All right.
such a
I'm just
fucking
I'm just
asshole,
asking,
yo.
coach.
Bro, I love Justin Fields, but I ain't. I'm in love with the name on the front of the jersey, not the back of the
There you
jersey.
go. And you know what? A lot of guys in this fucking space don't understand that. I prefer the logo instead of the name on the back. So anything to make that logo mean more, if that means I got to get rid of one of the names on the back, then so fucking be it.
All right, I don't want to say it like this, but you know what? I'm going to have to say it like this morning when it has to do with Justin Fields, is that I hear some of you guys clapping cheeks for him right now. But the problem is that this guy can't read a defense. All right, and now you're expecting Tanner Angster in the first year. You know what it'll be like in New York if Justin Fields can't read the defense, and we're watching, and Garrett's jumping up and down because he's not getting the ball, and we're going to be
Mark, you
like
think he's
another
going to do
quarterback from
that
that
to his
draft class.
former teammate, though?
Hell no, he wouldn't do it to his former
No, I
He
teammate.
don't
did it.
think he
Okay,
Exactly.
so
will.
he did it. Okay, so he did it to Zach Wilson, and he did
Yeah.
it to Hall of Fame Aaron Rodgers.
Played
We
with
don't think he's
Justin
going to do
Fields
it
in
to Justin
college, though.
Fields.
He played in
He
college
Okay.
played
with
with
him.
him. He put up his best numbers
All
with
right.
him.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Okay. Great.
one thing real
So we're
quick.
equating
Well,
college.
to Mark's point, the reason why we even went to Russell Wilson is because I mean George wasn't really wasn't really hitting on that while Justin was in the lineup. And do y'all not think George is on the same level as Garrett? Yes or no?
Look,
Just need a yes
Absolutely.
or no answer.
Absolutely, he is.
Thank you.
That's my answer to that.
Thank you.
Come on. And anyone who's saying that otherwise is wearing green goggles because
look.
Pickens is for real. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hey
absolutely.
June,
And
I
they
got
have
a
a
question.
tight end.
Hey June, if the New York Jets get an offer to trade Hall for a 6th round pick, would you take it?
I'm taking anything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
It's a deep running, like you said, it's a deep
Right,
draft for the running back.
right.
So who's gonna offer more than a 6th round pick? Like you really willing to get rid of Hall for a 6 or I don't know, bro.
Listen, Hex.
Commanders. The
Listen.
Commanders.
This is, I'm so fucking Jerry.
This is crazy, June.
Jerry,
They're
we're
not
right
trading
there.
him.
Listen, real quick. I would take a fifth. Absolutely, I'd take a fifth or sixth. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to give him his second contract. So why not get something for him? Anything is better than nothing. You might be, you might be,
All right.
you might be able to take that 5th or 6th round pick, package it to move up if you have to next year to get your quarterback.
All right, Jude. If you get a
That
front
shit
office position,
crazy.
I can't be anywhere near the draft room or the front. I'll
Listen,
be throwing slushies
Mark,
everywhere. I'd be flipping tables here and this. Forget it.
Mark, if I get the fucking front office position, I'm escorting you out the fucking building. That's the first thing we're doing.
And then the second thing you're doing is getting the team relegated. That's what happens
So,
next.
such a fucking asshole. Vino, what's up, brother? Good morning, man.
What's good with y'all? A couple of things. For one, the comp picks. Like I heard y'all talking about the comp pick system earlier. Uh, the way that works is you can't sign anybody of that number, of that like premier number. So if you end up, signing a high profile free agent, then your whole comp pick that you're talking about just goes out the window right there.
Mm,
Oh,
mm,
okay.
mm,
Yeah.
Petey.
mm.
Second,
Yes. I said depending on what the
Thank
Jets
you,
do.
V.
Now
and
I think they're going to spend on a safety this year. I
and
do.
secondly, though, Jared, I just went over the numbers because I didn't believe that of Cliff Kingsbury. He never had a top 10 offense with Arizona, by the way. I just went through all the numbers. He did hit 11 one time, but
Okay.
it never hit
Okay.
top 10.
But they made the
Thank you
play.
for fact checking.
But they made the playoffs though, right? Am I wrong
Oh,
about
for
that?
sure, for sure. Yeah,
V,
they made the
Playoffs.
playoffs one time.
Okay.
V, let me ask you a question, V. If you put in
Talk
that
to me.
situation, what would you do with Brees Hall as of right now?
Oh, I'm getting them out of there.
Thank you. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
All
getting
right.
them up out of
well, I'll
there.
say
Okay.
But why? All right.
this
But
thing
why?
is
All right.
over. Thank you, Vino. Appreciate it.
Thank you, V. Thank you, V.
I mean, just look at my situation with Ramondre Stevenson, for example, bro. I gave him a second contract, and that
I
shit's
just
nasty as hell
Vino.
now.
Thank you.
I literally just gave that
Thank
example
you.
not that long ago.
Thank
Don't
you.
Yeah, I'm
do
about
it.
to say the only thing that works in the Ramondre Stevenson contract is after the 2026 season, we can cut him for no dead money whatsoever. That's the
Vino,
only
just
reason the
just don't
Ravens
get on
signed him to
Marion
that.
Hampton, okay? Leave him
I hear
alone.
you,
Leave him
coach, but I
alone.
can't make no promises at 38. I'm just letting you know.
Leave him alone. He do
If
not need to be with Draco. Please.
listen,
Wait,
Please.
hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The Cardinals they finished seventh in total offense.
Oh no, I was looking at points scored, bro. I don't care about
Oh,
yards. It's about
yeah.
points
No,
at,
I'm,
at
I'm
the end
looking.
of the day.
Okay. About to say I looked at total yards.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you. Nah,
Okay.
I don't look at the yardage, bro, because at the end of the day, you can do anything
Right.
within
You
the
got to score. You
I'm
got
Yeah,
to
about to
that's
say
score.
you
that's what we're all here
it
for.
don't
Okay.
matter between the 40s, it matter between them 20s.
Yeah, so
Can we put Ramondre in some context here, though? Because this part makes me a little uncomfortable. Because I feel like he had Jacoby
Makes you
Brissett at the
uncomfortable.
helm. He had one and done Mayo. Okay, and then a
Yo.
defense. Like I feel like did he? And basically, they were just keying on the run. I know that's what the Jets did when the Patriots played him. So is he getting done a little dirty in terms of the second contract was really brutal
I
for
mean, you
him?
can say that, but I still don't
I
excuse
can't
leaving a
name your
team
wide
in
receiver
fumbles.
core. I don't even know who's playing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get you, Mark. It's just I don't care who you are. You can't lead the league in fumbles. That's really my thing. We're all about protecting the ball here.
V. Did you mention fumbles?
Yeah,
Say it
Oh,
again.
yeah,
fumbles, huh?
yeah.
Mr. Fumble
Fumbles.
Breeze
You
Hall,
oh you
baby.
mean Brees? Who my
Breeze
bad.
Fumble Hall.
How
Fumble?
many lost fumbles he had? How many?
Stop
He
talking
had
Oh
like
about
8 or
God.
nine,
wait.
bro. It was
It's
nasty
not
as hell.
about loss fumbles. It's about him fumbling. Period.
Wait a minute. Hold.
What you
No, it's
mean?
not.
Wait.
No, it's not.
How do
Nah,
you
No,
it
it's
is
not.
about
wait?
No,
fumbling
it's
It's
not.
too,
about
No,
yeah.
it's not.
fumbling,
How
bruh.
many times? How many times did you tell me how many times the QB done thrown an interception and the freaking linebackers have hands of stones and drops the ball, so that's not considered an interception.
Dude,
You can't say
that's
But
that a
the
fumble.
fumble,
If
the fumble
we
recorded
recovered
for
the
loss of
ball, if we
yards.
recovered the ball has been
Hex, that's
recovered
not
on
a
the
good example.
offense. That
Okay,
we didn't lose a turnover.
so
Then
Hex,
that's not a turnover. I want to know
No,
how
but it's
many
a
times did
wasted
Hex,
we
you
play.
don't
turn
know.
the
That's the
ball
thing.
over and he lost it.
It's a
Hex,
wasted play though, and
Oh,
that
we
hurts
lost
your
3 yards because of it.
drive.
So Hex, what's more important, 7 interceptions or 7 fumbles for a running? Like 7 interceptions for a quarterback, and 7 fumbles for a running back. What's more? What do you think is more, less costly?
Or how many fumbles did he lose? That's all I'm asking. That was a
No,
simple
no, no, no.
question.
He lost
It's
7.
about putting the
I
ball
pulled
in
up the
harm's way. You
numbers.
should not be fumbling. Period. You shouldn't be even doing it.
It's
Like
between
Can
5 and
that is
7,
the
right,
number
Mark? That
one
he
thing. You
lost.
shouldn't be fumbling the ball.
I share the numbers, please?
Please do.
Thank you.
Yes,
So last
numbers don't
year,
lie.
yeah, so I looked it up last year. So Ramondre he led the league with 7 fumbles. Okay. And Aaron Jones of Minnesota had 5. Okay. Reese let's see here, had 6 fumbles. So he was
Terrible.
just behind
Yeah,
Ramondre in
Terrible.
terms of fumbles.
trash.
wait.
That ain't good.
Hold on, Mark. How many drop passes did Brees have? True or false? Was no,
6.
no, no, no. Was Brees true or false? Was Brees in the top 10 of drop passes? The only running back in the top 10 of drop passes.
He was bad last year.
Okay,
Aaron
all
Glenn,
right.
Aaron Glenn gonna clean that up. Don't worry
Okay,
He
about it.
was bad
okay.
last year.
Right, Coach. Hell out of here, man, dude.
Hey,
And look, with all the negatives we talking about, still the fact remains this guy still has never in 3 years never crossed the 1,000. I mean, just give me 1,001. Give me 1,000. He's never been 1,000-yard running back.
You're
Hold on.
miscounting 2 seasons. That is not his fault. One, his rookie year, he got his freaking knee
Yes, true,
taken
true,
out, so
true.
that's not his
Okay,
fault. He could have
that's
easily
fair.
made 1,000. And then year 2, they stupidly didn't know how to count and took his ass off the field before he had the
Shade.
1,000. I give you last year. He was bad last year, but you can't say that literally his second year coming back from injury, they took him out. They thought they had the 1,000 yards and they took him out the
When did
game.
they take him out? Hey, wait. Shade,
The
the last
last
game of the year.
June, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
that was his second year. Last game of the year versus the
Here's my
Patriots.
question.
They took him
Is
out.
59 rushing yards a good game?
No.
If you do 59
No,
rushing yards
obviously
for
not.
17 games,
That's
that's
1,000
1,000 yards.
yards. Right.
Yep, you
That's
can
all
even do the
1,000 yards is
basics.
That no.
59 yards a game.
That's not the statement that you said. You just said, has he ever gotten 1,000 yards? And my answer to you, 1 year was hurt. Second year, they didn't know how to count and took him out. You're right. 1,000 yards as a running back isn't impressive
Right.
anymore. It used to be,
Right.
but it's not
Facts.
anymore. Granted, but that's not what you said. You said he can't even get 1,000 yards. And my argument is 2 years, it wasn't his fault.
Shade.
His last year, I give you that. I give you that last year. He was
But
not
let's
good.
Let me
add
give
his
the
And I'm
total
with
yards.
you.
numbers.
Let's
I'm
add
not
his
giving him.
total yards.
I'm
Let's
not
rank
giving
him
him
in
the
total
second
yards.
deal.
Boom, why
I
are
have
you
more
listening
numbers.
to
I'm not
respond? He
giving
just
him a
telling you
second
something.
deal.
All right, I'll do it because I have more numbers, please. June and everyone else, if I can get in here. More numbers for
Come
Brees for
on.
drops. Okay. So last year, Brees had 9 drops. Okay. That puts him 5th among all players in the category.
Yep.
However, and this is important, Hall was the only running back among the top 5 in drop passes, with the others being wideouts.
Yeah.
So even without the drops, however, and listen, he had 57 catches for 480 some odd yards and 3 touchdowns on those passes that he caught. So, I mean, he was getting his targets. He got some yards, got some touchdowns out of it. And I agree with Shade. I think he had a down year last year. I think that's a fair statement.
I mean,
So why are we afraid to trade him
then? Afraid to trade him, or is it wise to trade him?
I'm not afraid to trade
Pick your
him.
poison.
I'm not afraid. I'm back. I'm not afraid to trade him. It's just I think they should just ride it out this year. What's the big deal?
But
What is
the big deal is every one of the guys was almost the same draft, right? So every one of these guys, it's payday time, right?
Yes.
So if we just are like, let's just see what they do this year. you're out of options, bro.
Yep.
You're out of options. So then all of a sudden, the real meltdown in the room will be, we just let 2 or 3 guys and got nothing back.
Yep.
You can't tag everybody. You can't
Correct.
sign everybody. You can't do everything. So, and the worst situation is, let's say they statistically have good seasons and we're a 5-win team. What do you want to do then? You want to pay everybody?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah, but those two sentences,
No.
those two sentences
I,
can't go together, because if they have a good season, if they play well, that doesn't mean that we only got 5 wins. We won't only have
That's
5
not
wins.
You don't
true.
make
We've
no
If
had it
the
sense.
all
star
they
pros.
don't
We've
need
players
to
had
do
it
play
all
shit
like
at
pro
all.
stars,
They
seasons.
don't need
we're
to do
not
that.
only gonna have
We've
five
had
wins.
rookie
All
of the
How
right.
year. We've
many?
had all
This
pro
How
is
seasons.
many?
great.
Hey, use the rules.
Wait.
So anyway,
If the
how
star
many
players play
superstars
Let
like
have
star
gotten
players,
and
you
you
Wait.
telling
never
me that?
got?
Kurt.
let
Let Kurt go.
Curtis
Let
speak.
Kurt go.
And Vino's
Yeah.
got a hand too.
Yeah. Go
Kurt
ahead,
and Vino.
Curtis.
Go ahead, Kurt.
It's still delayed, and he on a plane.
He might just be yelling at his phone.
Probably
It's
spitting
that
all
Curtis.
spitting
fucking
all on the
asshole,
mic.
yo.
Yeah, he thinks we're interrupting him.
Just
Yeah,
bring
he
in
Curtis,
spit.
go
Justin
Oh,
ahead.
my
Fields.
bad. Yeah, that's
Look
what,
at him. See,
okay.
he's
Can
spitting
y'all
on
hear
the
me now?
mic.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
go
Kurt.
ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I was so high. I was yelling at the phone, thinking I'm talking. How many superstars that we've grown up with in the league been on bad teams? Larry Fitzgerald, 1,000 yards in and out with shitty teams. I don't want to hear that bullshit. If everybody gets good numbers, dude, it happens
Thank
all the
you.
time. You talk now. What you told me
You
happened.
mentioned
I
one
don't watch
player on
TV.
the team. You mentioned one. What we're
Okay,
saying is,
keep going.
if
I can keep
all
going.
core
I can go to
players,
quarterbacks.
no.
I can go with
The
quarterbacks.
point was
And I
made.
can go
The
Spicy.
point was
with
made that if it's
quarterbacks.
all core players play at the top level, who are you going to keep? That was the question. So if all core star players play at top level, we're not only going to win 5 games. Sorry, that doesn't happen.
That happened and we won 7. We had rookie of the years.
Right.
We had all pros.
Right.
We had all that
Right.
shit.
Yep. So what
Right.
I'm saying. So what this guy talking
Exactly.
about?
Exactly.
I need some of that hashish you on,
Exactly.
brother. Damn. Good shit.
Hey, yo, great point made. Great point made. V, what's up, brother?
I mean, I'm just looking at the numbers and like June. I know you're so heavy on the rushing yards, bro, but I mean, like the type of back that Brees is, I feel like you got to look more at the scrimmage yards. So like that's what I'm really looking at right
Uh-oh.
now.
Uh-huh.
And like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
But June,
He's about 150 yards away from being damn near a top 10 back in scrimmage yards. So I mean, like
yeah,
I'm
Okay,
I
not
was
gonna
gonna,
lie to
okay,
you.
but it's
Vino,
So
I
give me
was
the
gonna,
context.
numbers.
It's context what
yes,
Jared keeps
I
saying.
was,
Right.
What do you want to do with him? You're just going to
Nah,
bring him
it,
okay,
back to do
but
what?
Buckeye, can I
oh,
say one
can I
thing?
finish?
Vino, that was, I couldn't get a word in
You
before, and
good?
now I'm finally free.
You good?
He was almost, I think he was third in yards from scrimmage in the NFL 2 years
Okay.
ago. That cannot be
But
discredited.
this is my thing. Like, so if I'm looking at it, I think that the pick that you guys could get for him, I think you're kind of selling yourself short. I feel like honestly, you could possibly like really trade up into a situation with Brees Hall personally,
Thank you.
because I know you don't have
Petey, can
any
I
Thank
ask you a
you.
draft
different
picks.
question?
Thank you.
Sure.
Let's push Garrett and Sauce because those guys are going to get their contracts. I'm going to
Yes.
run this scenario, right? AVT,
Yep.
Jermaine Johnson,
Yep.
Brees Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
They have good to great years. You can't
Yep.
tag all the guys. No such thing. Can't tag everybody.
Yes.
What do you want to do with those guys then? Because now you're out of options with them. Now you're out of options. What do you want to do?
Can you give us the player list again? Because I want to comment on this one
Yeah.
too.
Mark, you want to comment on this, or should I?
Yeah, I want the player list again because you mentioned a couple guys we hadn't been talking about, like Quincy. You mentioned somebody else. So Buckeye, what's your list again?
Jermaine, Quincy, AVT, Brees.
All right, so Buckeye, if they have good year, then that means the Jets are ahead of your expectations, and maybe
Not
we,
necessarily.
surprise people.
We just did this. This is what Hex just tried to say. No, these guys have had good years. They've had Pro Bowl, All Pro, and Rookie of the Year years. They've had that, and we suck.
And
So
we won 7 games.
let's just focus on these 4
Okay,
guys:
I'm ready.
Jermaine,
I'm ready.
Because of
Quincy,
them, right, June? That was because of
AVT,
them.
and Brees. Those 4 guys.
Hello?
What do you want to do with
Can
those
you hear
4?
me? Can you hear
Mark,
me?
I can.
Yeah, I got you, Mark.
Yeah, I'm ready to answer. So I think in this one, okay, Jermaine, I have to believe coming off Achilles, he's going to be better. But that's hope. That's not knowledge and premium position at edge. I think he's a real 3-down edge. So I think you hold on to Jermaine if you can.
I agree. I agree with that one.
Let me go the other way on this on Quincy, which may be a very controversial take, but I have to believe that with Glenn and Wilkes, and let's say you're able to hold on to Sherwood, you may not be able to hold on to Quincy as well. And I like Quincy a lot. I like his coverage skills. I like all that, but that becomes troubling for me. So I don't know if you can hold on to him. And I have to believe, what is it, Derek Barnes, or there's some other Detroit linebackers
Who will
that they might try to bring in. They might be a better fit.
He will be on the team too. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, so I don't think you can. So that's one in and one out. So I don't want to hear you guys saying, Mark, you just want to keep everybody. Can we bury that one? Thank you.
You do, but go ahead.
We've been talking about Brees ad nauseum. So I think if they keep Brees, I would like to see. I'm with Pete on this one. I would like to see Brees with a year with a real, with the offense, with a real. I just want to see what Brees can really be. I'm so disappointed with when he got drafted and he was on offensive rookie of the year trajectory, and then last year he has a down year, but a lot of guys do.
But I even gave context. I said if
Brees.
all 4 have good years, what do you want to do with those 4?
I'm telling you what happens.
So you're paying Brees. You're paying him.
I don't know yet. No, because I still think you can keep him.
Then you're not answering the question, Mark.
All right.
Let me keep going.
No,
don't
Mark.
keep going. You're not answering anything.
You haven't answered that one time.
All right, no, you're not signing him. No, I already said Quincy. Look, I said that Quincy's out. I said Jermaine. Man, I think Jermaine you keep.
Okay.
I think you sign him.
Doesn't Jermaine have to prove himself, people? Like he's coming off. He's coming off a huge injury and
contract's
edge rushing. What?
He just said.
I gave you context. I said he comes back and has a good year. Now it's payday time.
Right.
What do you want to do with those 4?
Can I answer the last part, and then you guys can go back to yelling at each other?
If you answer it, yeah.
And this is AV. Oh, thanks.
Because you haven't answered it. Go ahead.
And this. Okay. The 3 to 4 is bound together.
Man.
Got
Mark.
it. Get the T-shirts.
All
right. AVT. I think AVT. I don't know if he's a Jet long term. And the issue for this is I want to see from a run scheme perspective what they do up front. And I think that they've got some guys that are great in zone, some guys that are great in power, and it's a mishmash up front, right? In terms of what the scheme will look like. I need to see what Hyden's cooking when it comes to the scheme up front, because he may not be. He's light, he's light and athletic. He's gonna be awesome in the zone scheme somewhere, but I don't know if the Jets are committing to that. And looking at how Detroit constructed their line, someone could tell me, a Detroit fan, whether or not they're prioritizing power guys over zone guys.
They ran both looks. They had different packages for their backs. So sometimes they run power, and sometimes they run zone. They ran multiple fronts.
Okay, well, yeah, and plus he's playing right guard instead of left, and that's kind of your running side.
I'm sorry, did you? The only guy you definitively let go is Quincy. You said if Quincy has a Pro Bowl year, you're letting him
go. I think, yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
all right. That one.
I don't think Quincy's going to stay a Jet. I don't think Quincy's going to stay a Jet.
Well, he'll stay a Jet if you
And
pay
as
him.
far as ABT, potentially ABT too. Those are the 2 guys I think. If you're keeping 2 and losing 2, that's my.
So, Mark, can I ask you one more question? If this is your team and you're running and you're Muji, now definitively saying, I gave you context that Quincy's going to have a Pro Bowl year. Would you trade him this year? Would you trade him now?
Quincy before he has his Pro Bowl?
Mark, let me jump.
You're saying you're willing to let him walk on a Pro Bowl year.
because we don't have anybody to play linebacker.
Hey, Petey, all your scenarios, though, we're not talking about wins. Like, if they have Pro Bowl years, how many wins? Are we making the playoffs?
We're not talking about wins. We're just talking about if they play well. Because once again, like Buckeye just said, they have all played well together, and we've only gotten 7 wins.
Right. And listen, I give Mark credit.
We also have agreed that most of that. We've also agreed that most of the problems was coaching during those time periods.
I know,
we had horrible coaching that couldn't get us over the hump.
All of the guys are in roughly the same contract. It's over rookie scale years. It's over, right? We're there. So Mark begrudgingly answered, and he said, even if Quincy does his thing and he does a Pro Bowl year, I probably got to let him walk. So now my next question was, if you really feel that way, wouldn't you look to trade him and get something for that guy now?
Makes sense.
But Buckeye, I don't think Quincy's one of the guys you trade, because then you have even more hope.
You don't want to trade nobody.
You're getting
not nobody.
All right, I'll go ahead and do it, because here's the problem with that, Buckeye.
I can't
is
even answer
because
a question.
sorry, Pete. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not you,
He
Mark.
talking about
Everybody. It's wild this morning. What the hell is everybody? Uh,
because
now I lost my no. Who is playing linebacker, especially if Sherwood's gone? Mosley, we don't know, and you want to trade. Okay, so let's get back Neville Hewitt. Why
Petey,
don't
you're
we just
not.
do that?
yo,
But
Pete,
Petey,
you
but that's the
can't
thing.
keep
You're not
everybody,
keeping
bro. You
everyone.
can't keep
No,
everybody.
all right, nobody is saying keep
But you're
everybody.
not saying
I'm
trade
not saying.
anybody.
Let's
You're
see.
saying
Let's see
you're
what
saying
they do.
write the contract out, which is insane
Yes,
because you're
for
not getting anything in return. You're not
okay,
getting nothing.
and that's what
Petey, I
happens. You lose
purposely forced
people.
your hand. You can't tag
You
everybody.
can't tag
You can't,
everybody.
right? So now you're
Okay,
like, I want to see it. I want to see it. Cool. Then the contracts end. You can't trade them.
yeah.
You can't tag them all. Now you're
Okay,
in
well,
a
let's see. Okay, well, who could we franchise tag next year? Who's eligible? Because it's only ABT and it would be Quincy.
Garrett
That's it.
Wilson and Sauce. One of those guys is going to get tagged. I
No,
would think one of
no,
them.
they have the
No,
fifth
no,
year
they got the
option
No,
next
they got
year.
the 50 option. Brees,
Oh, you want to see Garrett melt down? Wait till let him play on his 5th-year option.
All right.
that's
Can
a
I?
fact.
I have two things to say.
Yeah,
The
I
first
gotta
thing I have to
close, Mark,
say,
because I'm
I
coming back
know.
on.
I know before you close, I just want to remind everybody if you're having fun listening to us argue with each other and be idiots about what's going on,
Mark,
trading
no
people and flipping
insulting.
people, the rest of it. Sorry. It's all on YouTube. So go search up Jets Commute on YouTube. All this stuff is recorded.
That's a
So
nice
you can
ass
hear
segue.
all this stuff. Yeah, please do that. And then the second part is I think the problem with this one, Buckeye, with regard to Quincy, is we're putting Pro Bowl. Here's the problem. You're saying, what if he has Pro Bowl performance, let's say, uh, and you're still getting rid of him? And then you're like, well, then wouldn't it make sense to trade him now?
Yep.
The problem is you don't get, no one's got the crystal ball to know that he's going to have the
He's
Pro Bowl level
hypothetically speaking,
performance.
though.
So
He's
how
hypothetically
how can you?
speaking.
But how can? Yeah, but I'm saying that there's a poison pill in there. That's the problem that I have with it. Are you saying that Brees Hall's going to have a Pro Bowl year this
Yeah,
year?
everybody. He said everybody.
I gave I
Whoa,
gave
whoa,
context.
whoa!
I gave context that no matter what,
We should
payday
hope.
it's payday time, right? So you either trade him, tag him, trade him, or watch him walk.
Yep.
Well, let me do the
I'm
hex
listening,
thing
and I'm going to
here.
take a shot at Petey.
Uh,
Everyone's walking out on Petey.
Yep.
Everyone's going
Yep.
to be like, thank
Yep.
you, thanks for your services,
Yep.
peace
oh,
out,
Pete, you got
bye.
to
Yep.
respond.
Yep.
Or Petey's going to be like, wait, don't go. Here's my checkbook. Sign whatever
We
you
love
want.
you. We love you.
We
What you
love you.
want?
You
Just
got
here's the
called out,
pen.
What
Here's
you
Pete.
my
want?
checkbook.
Disrespectful.
Please don't overdraft me.
No, I'm sending
Oh,
that
poor
chip
Pete's in a
wire.
blender. He can't defend himself either. Oh my
Pete
goodness,
is
this is
Pete
horrible.
is opening the checkbook and
Petey's
say, "Here,
credit score is going to be
put
like
your
in
number
the
down."
400s.
Here go the check. Here's a pen. Fill in whatever you want. I want to keep it.
I think to Heck's point, I know you guys ran him over because you didn't want to hear his point, which has to do with what happens if all these guys have Pro Bowl seasons and suddenly the Jets win way more games than you would like them to win, by the way, mind you, because you guys are rooting for failure next
We're
year.
not rooting
So you can
for
go ahead and get a
Phil.
quarterback. Isn't
Nope.
that right?
Once again,
Nope.
you keep
No,
making your
that's what I
Nope.
narrative
say.
of
Tank
what
for
we
a
want.
quarterback.
We want to
Nope.
see our team play. We want to see our team doing things the
Oh,
right way, discipline,
32 teams
everything.
play.
No, once again, we
Okay.
don't care about the wins. We don't care about the.
Oh,
You
okay.
care about wins. Is why you
Mark,
keep
I want to
mentioning.
see players that play for
All
team,
right.
play for team,
Right.
That's it.
right?
Okay. Where's
I
that
couldn't. I
tank
was in the
gif?
blank.
I'm hearing
Wait,
tank.
Hey, Mark, they don't want to hear it because
Oh
hey,
man.
June,
We
June,
hear you, Pete.
June.
You're back.
I have had June in here admit that
What the heck?
the reason the Jets how many games the Jets lost last year, he attributed to 2 or 3 games to the special teams by themselves. He also admitted that it was 4 or 5 games that the coaching staff freaking blew by themselves.
Yeah.
So you
Uh-oh.
telling me that if we win those games that were lost by the special teams and the coaching staff, and we now have a good special teams, a good coaching staff, and the same players, that we wouldn't win more games, that we would probably change the narrative of the season completely is ridiculous because you're talking out of both sides. You
Tell them
admitted
about the
that
one
the
score
coaching
games
staff was so
and the fourth quarter
horrible that
games
they
too.
cost us about 4 or 5 games
Hey
last year.
June, if you were 6'7", would you be in the league?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good
If
if.
See what
That's a
they
great
do?
if.
You
That's a
admitted,
great
And
you
if.
admitted,
wait.
you guys admitted that if the coaching
Now
staff
I know how you
that the
feel, Mark.
coaching staff killed about 4 or 5 games. You guys also admitted that the special teams killed about 2 or 3 games by themselves. Bro, that's 7 losses,
Wait,
bro.
wait,
That's
wait,
seven
wait,
losses that
wait.
is not
Heck,
All right, hold
heck,
attributed to
on,
heck,
those
Jude.
heck, heck,
players.
heck,
Hex, let
hex.
So if
Hex,
those
you're missing
Petey,
players
one
play
point.
please.
well,
Hex,
like they used to,
hex,
if they go back to
hex,
all
you're
pro
missing one
Let
status,
him
and
point.
let
now
him
we
go.
have a
Let him
good
go. Let
coaching
him go.
staff
Let him
and a
go.
good special teams, how the hell are you telling me that we can't turn this season around? You gotta be shitting me.
All
he
right,
is the
Mark.
president.
Sorry, Buckeye. I did not mean Buckeye. I did not mean to do that. But while you're on, I am not writing a check. I am wiring money. So
Ah,
you can
see, that's
kiss
that
you can
bullshit.
kiss that because you know what? I am not. You telling me my credit score? Come
No,
on,
no,
bro.
no. He's saying
Fuck that.
what he's saying is by the end of by the end of the day, after you pay everybody, that's what it's gonna go down to.
All right. Well, that's fine. You got to borrow credit and borrow money to build it up.
Listen,
So
I
I'm going
got
to
two
build it up
nicknames from
again.
this space. You're overdraft Petey,
Hmm.
and now it's meandering Mark.
Yeah,
Mark is all over the
Wow.
place this space,
all over.
man.
All
Yeah,
right.
Meandering
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Mark.
He is all over the
all
place.
right.
This space.
Guys, real quick. So we'll be back on in about an hour and a half, not even at 11:30. Robbie Zabo will join. So, hopefully you guys can make it. I see a couple of people in this listeners, Neek, Renzel, what up?
Neek,
Neil Brooks.
Neek Rogers. What up, Neek Rogers?
Who's in there?
Neek
Mike
Rogers.
D,
Danique.
Rudy Jr. What up? All right, so we'll be back,
Sir,
Mark,
what
as
up?
always in June. Thank you.
Prince.
It's nice to Mark. It's nice to be back. Battling with you again instead of me and you getting on June.
Petey,
Hey,
So,
Mark,
man.
love you
J-Mick.
guys. Your takes just suck. Love you
what
guys though.
my take didn't suck today. Your take,
Love you guys. It's just bad
yeah.
takes, man.
Well, okay. No, because I am riding out some of these
It
guys.
was bad take
Pause.
Tuesday.
Hold
Pete,
on. Let me pause
Pete,
this. I am
Pete,
what?
you
Yes.
can't keep everybody. You can't tag everybody.
I understand that, June. There is no
No,
Pete.
candidates
and
next year to tag
All right,
besides
I got
and they're just
something, and
gonna
I got.
walk. They're
Quincy.
just gonna walk towards the sunset, man. They're just gonna walk
All right, I
away.
got something to say, and then I gotta go. It's very nice when you guys can use a visual aid for me, so I understand your win total. It's very
See,
helpful.
see, see, see.
So it's good. It's good for the space because I can
Listeners,
just show up in a minute
listeners,
and know based off who's talking what the
listeners, and
plan's
everyone
going
in
to
the
be for
space,
the
don't
team.
be fooled by
So I
Mark trying
appreciate
to
that.
swing our number, our logo
Exactly.
as win total. We're not talking about
I've
win
heard them
totals
say they want to tank
whatsoever.
for a quarterback, so I
We're
All right.
got
not
it.
All
caring
right.
about that.
Wait, June. Speaking of swing, why don't you guys swing on back at 11:30? We'll see you in a little bit.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Appreciate you
Jared
guys.
Justin
Buckeye.
Fields, baby. Justin Fields.
Yes, indeed. Justin Fields and Terry fuck
Nasty,
down.
Tear it
nasty,
down.
Tear it
nasty
down, baby. Tear
ass
it down.
Goodbye,
Let's go,
niggas.
guys.
Justin
I need
Fields.
my third drop.